direct from the manufacturer. They all come with the factory warranties and all the factory rebates. You want huge savings at big discounts? TheApplianceDiscounters.com. To find the one nearest you, including the one on Gravois Road in Afton, TheApplianceDiscounters.com.
Everybody loves good barbecue, and everybody wants to know where the next great barbecue place is. And if you're looking for an overnight sensation, it's only taken them 10 years. Three Bay Barbecue and Bakery, Woods Mill and Clayton Road. There is a gas station, West County Phillips 66 gas station. In that gas station, in the back for 10 years, some of the best barbecue in town. Bring a friend and spread the word. Three Bay Barbecue and Bakery. Don't forget about the bakery, 3baybarbecueandbakery.com.
What have we learned about Heidi?
But cockroaches were the least of her problems. Heidi had to fight for every opportunity.
You know, Heidi is, even though she's very kind of sweet and innocent,
Heidi wanted out of the slum, and her agent wasn't doing enough.
Oh my God, they moved Heidi right next to me now.
Although Heidi seems serene,
she's a bit naughty.
she uses an ancient folk remedy to help calm her down.
Heidi is back.
Here we are again on another beautiful, almost fall-like day. Heidi Glaus with Bob Ramsey, Josh Gilbert, and we've got a lot to get to. I think this whole Crackle Barrel fallout has been very interesting. And Josh tracked down a professor of marketing and identity theorist at the Wharton School of Business at the University of Pennsylvania. So we're going to talk about what Cracker Barrel did wrong and why is this, public outrage so loud, and what can they do to fix it? I mean, you think about rebranding and immediately the debacle that was New Coke, probably one of the worst rebrandings in at least recent history. So what exactly happened with this whole thing?
Yeah, and could we compare and contrast maybe more directly with Kentucky Fried Chicken becoming KFC? I don't know if it's similar or not.
That's a great comparison.
I mean, I get it in that people don't like change. And maybe even more conservative people, older people that eat at the Cracker, maybe they resist change even more.
I don't know what the sign means now.
That was Bob Ramsey, by the way. Send your
No, I'm the old guy. I was playing into your narrative.
Well, and part of it is, the colors are the same on the sign.
Colors.
They just removed the older man sitting in the chair, leaning up on the barrel.
I think he died.
No, I think
he died.
He's been dead for a minute. He's a real person.
Yeah, he's like the uncle of, or based on.
Is it the white shelves? Because my mom's got a subscription to Country Living magazine, and they got white shelves all over that magazine.
I feel like it was too much at one time.
You both have said that to me separately.
Yes.
I think that's probably right. You could have eased into it, and probably no one would have even noticed.
But to go from the darker walls and all of the kind of wooden shelves to the white. I think
I got to be honest. I don't get it.
Yeah.
But I can't wait to hear the professor, because he's probably got some great thoughts on marketing and what it means and logos and all those things. I think it'll be great.
And I was watching something on Facebook, and they were showing old McDonald's locations versus new ones, and old Taco Bells, with it looks like an old Mission in Santa Fe.
It's Adobe look. Yeah.
And the new ones, they're all streamlined and up to date and futuristic. It's like,
yeah, but they never leaned in to a country conservative brand. They've always been the same. So is it now that and I hate the word woke, is that one of those things that just the people, the loyalists of Crackle Barrel are seeing this as, oh, this too is now changing?
And I guess we'll talk to Professor Reed about it. And I admit I missed out because I just don't care. I don't eat there, and I haven't for decades. But how did woke get associated with a sign?
Yeah. But that's what people are saying.
I'm trying to understand.
Yeah. Or shelves.
That's a woke shelf. Come on.
Yeah.
I'm more outraged that they took my chicken sandwich on sourdough off the menu.
Well, somebody's saying Cracker Barrel lost customers for years due to the quality and quantity of their food. The new sign and decor, I don't care about.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll talk about it.
It'll be fun.
Coming up at 3:30.
Great sourdough bread.
Professor Robert Chris from WashU is going to join us a little later in the 3 o'clock. I don't know if you saw the headline about a St. Louis lake vanishing, and it could be sinkholes. So what exactly is a sinkhole? And does the fact that we kind of sit on this city of caves, is that the problem, or is it something else? Is a sinkhole something that happens just over time? Is it something that happens everywhere? Does it have to do with the limestone? Is it the makeup of the ground? We'll talk to a professor about that.
The lake disappears. This ain't no Chris Angel mind freak stuff up in here. What's happening?
Remember when Copperfield made the Statue of Liberty disappear?
Yeah.
Yes, I was upset.
And then it reappeared.
I want it back.
Yeah.
In the 4 o'clock, we are going to be joined by Big D on a special edition of HW Kia's Big D Big Giveaway, because Thursday afternoon, when he's typically here, we're getting out of here early for Mizzou football's pregame show.
Yeah.
So we wanted to make sure we fit in a chance for you guys to win some of Big D's money. So he'll be here at about 4:20. In the 5 o'clock, we'll check in with ABC News and tell you about some changes that Southwest Airlines is making. We've got some entertainment news that, yes, will include Taylor and Travis. And then we'll wrap this show up with some randoms. A couple other people weighing in. Could it be that the food at Cracker Barrel was never that good?
Well, it's possible, but how does that relate to the outrage with the logo change?
Yeah.
That's what we're trying to,
really
the marketing
cares about
side is what we're trying to figure.
Yeah. It's very interesting that how attached people are. Would you ever really get upset about a logo to one of your favorite places?
But I'm like Josh. If one of my favorite places changes one of my favorite things,
then it's different.
I'm probably not upset, but I'm just not going there anymore.
Right.
Well, look at this here on the text line, Woods Basement Systems. What's the reason behind changing the McDonald's and the Taco Bells when they were perfect just the way they were, just like the old Pizza Hut locations? Remember they had the big red roof?
I'm not defending any of those changes. I'm just saying sometimes new CEO comes in, new marketing people, and they think, what if I change this? We can update it, we can modernize it, or whatever. Excuse me. And they think that will make them more money ultimately. So doesn't mean they're right. And in this case, they're probably wrong, but that's why you do those things.
Yeah. And one of the things I read is that business had been down for 10 years at Cracker Barrel. Maybe they're just trying to mix things up a little bit and appeal to a broader base as far as that goes. Somebody said, I just ate at Cracker Barrel on Saturday. I'm 67, couldn't care less about the logo, but then I would be considered woke proudly. So it is so crazy.
That is crazy.
Here's a weird question. Is there outrage? I mean, we hear it on TV.
Well, it's on social media everywhere. If you look at I don't know if your friends are on it, but there's definitely posts on it on social media.
But everyone that I've talked to says they don't care.
But do they go?
Oh, maybe
because
not.
I'm going to say I don't think I'm in the demographic.
I don't go enough
because actually my love of Cracker Barrel, which I don't know that it was ever that strong, they were very anti-homosexual and even fired people back in the day. And so maybe that is where we're going with a woke thing.
Well, it's funny, Heidi, I haven't been there in decades. I mentioned that, but since you brought that up, around that same time, or maybe at the same time, there was and I don't want to rehash or relive it. Just talking about my perspective, was that there was a racial issue around that same time. Maybe it was at the same time. And I go, I probably don't need to go eat there.
Yeah.
And I didn't go very often anyway. And so I hadn't been back. My life hasn't changed. And me not going there hasn't changed their business.
Right.
So it's not a big deal to rehash it, but it's just in full disclosure why I hadn't been there in decades.
Somebody said we go to Cracker Barrel a couple times a month. It's always packed. The people who seem to be talking about this are the people who don't patronize the restaurant in the first place and really don't know what they're talking about. That is so true. My family recently ate at Cracker Barrel before we knew about all the remodeling changes. We thought it was really strange sitting there. Not sure any of us liked it. We enjoyed the quirky old things hung on the wall to look at while we waited. So have they done away with all of that too? As far as, or is it just because I read one statement, they're keeping the games and the rocking chairs so is the store gone as far as that goes?
No.
I don't. It's just
the store's still there.
some of the older items on the wall, the thousands of antique things.
What I read was that they were mostly paint and shelving and trying to brighten
it up a little bit.
Now, is it more than that? I don't know. Again, I'm trying to be objective because I don't have a dog in the fight, but that's what I understand.
Well, and frankly, every brown kitchen that I go in, everyone's like, we got to switch to white. That's the style. You talk to Lauren Risley. We'll talk to her tomorrow.
Clean and bright.
That's the style trend right now and has been for the last, 20 years.
It's interesting because my first house, all of my walls were like a deep, dark green and a deep, dark brown. And it was in St. Louis Hills. And there was no, where the wall met the ceiling was rounded. And so it was really hard to have a distinctive line. So I painted the ceilings. And my mom always said it felt like a cave because it was so dark that I should have. But it was one of those things. Those were the colors that I liked. Now everything is light gray and as bright as we can get it. So it is just one of those things.
Remember in the mid 90s where everything was hunter green?
Yes.
Everything. My mom redid the whole kitchen hunter green.
We go in phases. Hey, Mike Ward just texted, I'm outraged. Cracker Barrel doesn't have a wine list.
Oh.
Now that is something to be outraged
That's
about.
Exactly.
That's boycott worthy.
Right.
Yeah, I will march with Mike Ward.
And somebody says close all the Cracker Barrels and make them Lambert's, home of the Throat Road.
I've never been to Lambert's.
Lambert's
You haven't? It's a lot of fried.
They is it?
Hometown
fried
country.
okra,
Fried okra.
And you're not going to leave there hungry.
What do the walls look like? What color is the wood?
It is wood.
But the paneling.
The original one, and I'm sure I've shared this before, was I honestly don't think it was too much bigger than this studio we're sitting in.
Really? Real
in
small.
Sykeston still?
In Sykeston. But they hence closed that one and then opened the one that they have. But that's the reason they started throwing rolls because they couldn't
get through the tables.
And awesome. They would just stay on one side and throw it over, and that became the thing. But it's
hilarious. I love it.
Kind of a dingy old place, tiny, and it just completely took off.
I don't know what location this is, but it looks like there's a mural on the wall with some oxen and a wagon wheel.
They've got 3 or 4 locations now?
They have
got one down
Branson.
On Gulf Shores.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And the sign's upside down because it's home of the Throat Rolls or something.
Well, going to the Redneck Riviera is a good call.
I think that somebody in the family must have a place down there.
Well, all the Missouri people going down there.
If I'm going to be down here, I might as well open up a restaurant.
Yeah.
Or I think it's probably Bob's theory that it's kind of something that is familiar.
We know who's going down there.
And we know what's on that menu, and we're stopping.
The Rouse's down there has Dogtown Pizza.
All right.
Exactly.
Well, Josh and I were talking a minute ago about not remembering stuff we say we're going to do on the show. Remind me in about an hour.
Here we go.
Gulf Shores, Rich is famous.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Darren, I'm going to write Gulf Shores.
I think it's the next thing.
Might be.
Richest famous burgers.
Might be.
Gotcha.
Well, as we're discussing this, I'm hoping that we're not making ourselves dumber. Psychology Today has a list of ways we do make ourselves dumber every single day. So are you ready? Not having enough structure. in your day.
Oh,
Our brains thrive on purpose and deadlines. Without them, we're less focused, less creative. A study back in 2021 found procrastinating too much can have measurable effects on brain function.
no wonder I'm a dummy.
I am
I
a
procrastinate
little
all the time.
worried. I
We've got
do too.
a deadline every day, and it's called 3:00.
It is, but that's a good thing for procrastinators. You can procrastinate on everything
All
else.
the way up.
And that's what I used to say to in TV. I had to write the story eventually. Like there's no getting around it.
Mhm.
It's almost like you need those things in place.
I just showed Josh the Lindenwood football travel itinerary. And for 3 days, everything's to the minute.
Uh-huh.
And he goes, do you like this? And I go, well, as the announcer, I don't have to follow it all. And so it's okay with me. But
Mhm.
yeah, it's very regimented. When you're dealing with 100 people,
You have to have
you
it.
can't let it be
Willy-nilly.
willy-nilly.
That's exactly right. Drinking alcohol. You not just dumber while you're drunk. Drinking too much and too often can greatly affect brain function long term.
Mhm.
Not getting enough sleep, which we now hear more and more about. Even just one night of bad sleep can make you dumber. You can probably feel it when it happens. Scientists can measure it too by testing things like reaction times, memory, poor judgment skills. And then the number one thing that makes us dumber every day, not treating your brain like it's a muscle. Now, it's not a muscle, but you can train it like it is one. Most people think of their brain like it's a fixed thing, but studies have shown just knowing you can train your brain and improve cognition tends to help make it happen. If you don't do it, you might just kind of slowly decline. So just a couple of little reminders as far as that goes. What else did I see that I wanted to talk
in
to
that
you guys
regard,
about?
Crossword puzzles,
Yes.
the Wordle things, those kind of little things.
Yeah.
Even if you do them, you got 10 minutes, mess around with it a little bit. I've been told that every little bit helps.
Yeah.
I had my wife show me how to do the Sudoku
Yeah.
on an airplane,
Mm-hmm.
but I have since forgot.
Well, you could relearn it.
I have since forgotten how to
Yeah.
do it.
Well, you haven't done it enough.
Yeah, I guess.
But it is one of those things that you can do anytime. You can start it tomorrow and start a new habit kind of with one of those games. And it isn't something that you have to do for 4 hours at a time.
Every now and then I don't do enough. I should start. I was even thinking about it the other day of doing it more. There is Immaculate Grid. You ever heard of those?
No.
So in like on the baseball side, it's Immaculate Grid. They set up, a grid of 9 and 3 and 3, and you need to fill in names of players. And the more obscure they are, the more points you get that fulfill. For instance, Heidi played who played their whole career with the Cardinals and won an MVP, and that would be a box. And then this whole grid's like that, and it's kind of hard.
I bet it is,
especially if you start getting names, but the obvious ones don't get you points. So you got to kind of go back through the mess.
You guys ever play the wordy-gurdy?
No, it sounds different.
Don't
you
know
play wordy-gurdy?
I have no idea what we're talking about.
It's in the newspaper. You open it up, and they got all the games. It's one of the games next to the crossword puzzle. With the jumble, and the junior jumble.
Yeah.
What's the idea of the game?
They give you a clue, and I think the 2 words rhyme, hence wordy-gurdy.
Oh.
And then there's one where it's like you get a clue, and then the last word on that line is the first word on the next line. What's that one called?
I don't know.
And it's always 2 words. Where are my newspaper games people? 84126.
Well, it's cute that you still read the newspaper.
I was going to say, who gets
I miss
the
it.
newspaper? Mine's online all the time, and I do miss holding it. And I used to have a, electronic book systems, and I had to get rid of it because I wanted to hold a book and turn an actual page. So I do kind of miss it, but I read all of the news now on my phone.
Okay, here's the wordy-gurdy.
Okay.
All right. Carve an ID into Noah's boat. It would be Mark Ark. See? Right? And then they have, the boxes so you know how long
Always
each word is.
rhymes.
Always rhyme. Wordy-gurdy.
Gertie.
What does Gertie even mean?
It rhymes with wordy.
I know, but it's not a word, is it?
Ain't no word, man.
That has me turned off.
We'll have our English professor on tomorrow.
Okay.
So,
Dr. Valerie Friedland. You could take it up with her.
so look, I got my grid here. And so at the top, it's 9, right?
Okay.
Across the top, Cincinnati Reds logo, 300 plus career, 300 home run career in a career, 30 stolen bases in a season. So then down it's Mets, Braves, Senators. So Reds, Mets. All I need that one is a player who played for the Reds and the Mets. And as obscure as they can be, gives you higher points.
Okay, so let me ask you this.
Yeah.
When you're playing that game, are you also Googling on the side?
No,
or
I
you're
don't.
trying to do it in your head?
I'm trying to do it in my head.
Okay.
Is there a proper answer, a correct answer?
No, it's just rated on how obscure or how famous your answer is.
I was watching
For instance, I could go Tom Seaver, Reds, Mets, and I bet it'd be worth almost nothing.
Okay. I was watching the Toys That Built America. It's on the History Channel. It's in the whole Things That Built America series.
I think that's a fun show.
And they mentioned board games and categories came up.
Yeah.
Which again,
it's a great game.
Is a great game. There's not a correct answer, but the better your answer is, the more points you get. I love categories.
Yeah. I haven't played it in a while, but it is a good one.
So I mentioned Tom Seaver. I put in Joel Youngblood. None of you ever heard of him?
Never.
Only 0.9% of the answers are Joe Youngblood, so I get good points on that.
Okay, congratulations.
Very excited. I'm very excited.
Should we expect you to kind of bow out of the show for the
I'll
next
let you guys know when I'm done.
Okay.
We got a show going on over here.
Well, this was...
I like it.
You're
I like
helping me.
it. All right, it is 3:29. Let's bring Captain Paul Kopsky into the conversation to talk a little traffic. How are you today, Captain Paul? Fantastic. This weather makes me smile.
And now, KTRS weather from the John Beal Roofing Weather Desk.
I'm First Alert 4 Chief Meteorologist Steve Templeton. We've got another cool night tonight, low down to 55. Now, the record's 51, so no record, but still a nice cool and crisp start to the day. It's a little warmer the rest of the week, but nothing too hot. It looks really nice. A high of 80 degrees on Wednesday under partly cloudy skies and light winds. Turns a little cloudy Wednesday night into Thursday morning, but we stay dry, and then we'll break out in a little more sunshine Thursday afternoon with a high of 82. That's the latest from the First Alert 4 Weather Center. I'm Chief Meteorologist Steve Templeton for the Big 550 KTRS.
John Beal Roofing is the home of the lowest price roofing guarantee. Get a free estimate today at johnbealroofing.com.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textingterms.us. Texting enrolls you for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply. Reply, stop to opt out.
There's a lot on the line in divorce. This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, the largest family law firm in the country. When you find yourself facing divorce, you need a partner you can count on.
Connect with a local divorce attorney today. Text LEGAL66 to 323232. The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements. 600 Kelwood, St. Louis.
Zero is your hero at HW Kia. Zero down, zero payments for 90 days, or 0% for 48 months. Even zero tariff pricing on every clearly marked new HW Kia in stock. Currently stuck in your loan or lease? Big D, the trade man, wants to get you released. Up to 120% over fair market value for your trade. Every clearly marked new HW Kia. Zero down, zero payments for 90 days, or 0% for 48 months. Even gas and all-wheel drive Sportage and Sorrento SUVs. Have a job clearing $450 a week? You're practically approved. So bring your trade and lease a new Seltos S, Nero LX, or Soul. Just $99 a month. $49.95 due. And you guessed it, zero security deposit. But when they're gone, they're gone. You heard right. Choose your new Kia and drive for $99 a month. That's less than the cost of a daily cup of coffee. Only at HWKia.com. On approved credit, not all quality. Plus tax, title, license, 587 title, registration, processing fee. Negative equity refinancing and low. Rebates and incentives to dealer. 24-month, 10,000 lease. 49.95 day. Average not combination. Expires September 6, 2025.
Everyone's talking about these weight loss drugs, and it's a good thing we've got Dr. primary care physician. Dr. Joe, it can get very confusing, but the one thing we need to know is GLP-1, right? That's the magic cure.
The magic cure is these weight loss shots. They're injected once weekly. They're not like the old medications that you've seen 20, 30 years ago. These medications actually work. They're injected once weekly, and patients see within the first 90 days 10 to 15 pounds down. It simply works, and that's why I recommend it to all of my patients. You simply go online, book an appointment. You fill out a health questionnaire form. You get an appointment on our schedule. It's all telemedicine based. It's all done from your home. And then you meet with me or one of my nurse practitioners. And then after the 10, 15-minute consult, the medication is delivered right to your door discreetly. And you get started right now on your weight loss journey.
And you want to start to lose weight? None better than to call stlmedweightloss.com and ask Dr. Joe. stlmedweightloss.com.
Ott Law works tirelessly to advocate for the rights of the people they serve in the areas of personal injury, trust and estate law, labor and employment law, and business law. Ott Law represents clients from all walks of life and uses cutting-edge technology, litigation savvy, and a dedicated strategic vision to get winning results on tough cases. And Ott Law proudly supports the St. Louis Men's Group Against Cancer. Call Ott Law at 314-293-3756. Online at ott.law. The choice of a lawyer is an important one and should not be based solely on advertisements.
You're listening to the Heidi Glaus Show with Josh Gilbert and Bob Ramsey on the Big 550 KTRS.
There are certain jingles that stick with us, and then there are other marketing moves that just bomb. Cracker Barrel announced a new logo and menu item last week and was immediately hit with anger from fans. It caused restaurant chains' value to sink by nearly $100 million. So what went so wrong? For help with that, we've called Dr. Americus Reed, professor of marketing and identity theorist at the Wharton School of Business at the University of Pennsylvania. Thank you so much for making time for us.
Yeah, I appreciate it, Heidi. I really appreciate the opportunity.
So much of the uproar focused on the new Cracker Barrel logo, doing away with the image of the older gentleman sitting in a wicker chair leaning against a barrel. Why do you feel like that hit so hard?
It's a great question. And by the way, the character's name is Uncle Herschel.
Okay.
And he happens to be the actual uncle of the original founder. And so what we find in the academic world, Heidi, is that there are symbols that are out there that can become part of the brand aspect that people identify with. And so it's not just Uncle Herschel. It's a representation of a lifestyle, of a way of life, of a nostalgic sort of old country store, a slower time, a time where you walk in and you have a meal. It's apple pie. There's antiques in the store, rocking chairs, all of these different sorts of things really add up to a kind of social utility that people connected with and that manifest really through this character, this elderly gentleman, Uncle Herschel, on the sign. So when Uncle Herschel went away from the sign, people drew a psychological inference that somehow these old-time values, beliefs, ideals, and so on would be changing too. And they really just didn't like that because it really was an affront to what they thought that the brand actually stands for.
So, Dr. Reed, I was trying to think of another time, and then I started to realize as I kind of went back through history that there wasn't social media, and I thought of Kentucky Fried Chicken becoming KFC. I know there was a little pushback at the time, I recall it, but do you think it would have been similar had there been social media at that time?
That's a great question. I think that social media does amplify things, and it really causes us to pay attention because everything feels so visceral in social media because of the speed of information that travels so quickly. I think it's very interesting, the example of KFC. Folks don't really realize that the reason why KFC was changed from Kentucky Fried Chicken was because the word fried actually started becoming bad. So they didn't really want the word fried in the actual word in the logo when people said the actual brand. So they changed it to KFC to sort of start working on that perception. But I think it's a great question. Like, what would have happened if Colonel Sanders disappeared suddenly?
Right.
I think that you probably would have seen a similar kind of reaction. But just to your point, it wouldn't have been as along the same magnitude as what we've seen here. And that's precisely because of social media.
I mean, you're talking, you're mentioning a slower way of life, a time where things were simpler. People got together with families at Sunday day. We're not talking about green beans anymore. We're not talking about, the gift shop that has the gigantic lollipop suckers. This has nothing to do with the Cracker Barrel anymore, but I kind of get your point. If they could get rid of Uncle Herschel, could they get rid of me too?
That's a very profound question. And I think that's a question that is on the minds of those customers who grew up with the brand and who have these very deep memories of the brand that are connected to who they are. And so when things change, people just don't like change, moreover. But when things change, and those things that change are personal to you, they are a part of some sense of self-expression that you valued. That can be very, 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 very painful, very psychologically traumatic. And so you're seeing a lot of this reaction because of that, because of the approach that was taken that appears to have not been as well thought out, perhaps, as it could have been. And it's led to this sort of very, very powerful, almost sense of abandonment. And what we really find in my world, in the academic literature and identity, is that when a brand, a product, or service, or organization fuses with who you are, then anything that's an attack on the brand or that changes about the brand is felt as a change about yourself. And so that's a totally different sort of point of view in terms of how that person is going to react.
You're an identity theorist. You just mentioned when people feel like they're part of the brand. Can you give me a couple other examples of brands where people feel this is me?
Yeah, I love that question. There's iconic brands. You think about like the Harley Davidsons of the world. You think about the great brands like Nike, brands like Starbucks. How do you get people to pay $7 for coffee? Well, you create a lifestyle and these kinds of things. So there are lots of, in fact, my argument actually would be that the greatest brands in the world, like Apple, create an ecosystem and a way of life and a community and a tribe that the fans of that community are so passionate that it really sort of creates something greater than just the stuff. And in my world, as an identity theorist, I'm interested in understanding these products, brands, services, organizations that are able to transcend what they do and become really something greater. In other words, they become a symbol of self-expression. They become social utility and affiliation. They become some fans of these products actually tattoo the brands on their bodies. I mean, this is how passionate they get. So, this is the kind of thing that happens. And my argument is that the great brands understand this, and they try to actually build that into their strategy.
Yeah, it is very interesting. We're talking to Dr. Americus Reed, professor of marketing and an identity theorist at the Wharton School of Business at the University of Pennsylvania. I want to go back to Cracker Barrel for a second. If they just would have taken Uncle off the sign and not switched the walls to white paint and modern light fixtures, would it have been okay? Or was it just too much change at one time?
I love that question, Heidi. I think that it definitely was too much change at one time. And when we teach this stuff in our classes about brands and logo change, one of the things that we teach is that in terms of the research, it shows that part of the best practice is to make tiny little changes. In other words, you want to sort of stay under something called the just noticeable difference. And that means that when you make a change, it's slight, it's subtle, and you evolve over time. When you do something as drastic as, okay, Uncle Herschel disappeared, and suddenly now you've got modern light fixtures and white walls and all of this stuff, you're basically you're disrupting the psychology of the loyal customers who grew up with this. And you're doing it too quickly. So you have to step back, just like you said, Heidi, and take your time with it and test little by little and go to your most loyal customers and talk to them about what these changes are going to be and see what they say. I promise you, with 100% absolute metaphysical certitude, that had they talked to 20 of their most loyal customers and shown this and said, here's what we're going to do, I would bet that a proportion of them would have responded in the exact same way that the internet did.
Yeah.
And it would have been a red flag to say, hey, wait a second, guys, let's pull back and let's figure this out. To your point, let's do something a little bit slow. Let's involve our customers. Let's actually invite them to do this together so that they can own this psychological change. And they didn't do that, at least in terms of what I can tell. So that was a huge mistake in changing too quickly and not being aware of the psychological inertia that people were in, at least those who were super loyal customers.
Dr. Reed, this is fascinating. Can I come to class?
Yeah.
Absolutely. You're all three of you are welcome to come to the Ward School, and we can chop it up and have more conversations.
This is great stuff. Let me throw you what might be a change up, but I don't know how it fits. And I'm thinking of automakers. And here's the example. I'm old enough. When I was a kid, Mustangs in the 60s were really cool. Then at some point in the 70s, they changed them and made them Mustang 2s. And I'm going, well, who would want that garbage? The other thing they had was really cool. And then you start thinking about through history, it's almost like, at least in the automakers' minds, these car brands sort of run out of steam. Where do they fit into this kind of makeup?
I love that question. I mean, cars are a particularly interesting case because they do represent a big proportion of identity. And when you look at cars, I mean, the parts come from the same place. Yeah. So I mean, at the end of the day, it really is the brand that's going to spark interest and passion, just like you were saying. So for cars, there has to be a lot of time spent on explaining and showing the brand, showing the lifestyle, showing the customer, showing how the customer uses that particular automobile, and really creating a sense of energy and excitement around those different things. And it's difficult, right? Because it's challenging right now because we have electric cars now that are coming on the scene. And, you know, that's a totally different type of attitude, a totally different type of conceptualization in terms of how they relate to the environment, all of these different things. And so for the car situation, an automaker situation is particularly challenging because there are so many different ways to talk about and make a car relevant. For example, Ford has always sort of built into its DNA this notion of Ford tough in America. So, you know, the idea there is that if I can get you to feel more American when you're driving this F-150, then the act of turning the steering wheel and stepping on the gas is not just getting from point A to point B. It's actually reaffirming my American identity. And so there's power in that because that can't be copied in terms of, you know, parts that go in the car, which can be copied.
Right.
So, you know, this whole identity thing creates what I would refer to as protection for the brand because it's not something that is easy to replicate and it has a deep, powerful relationship type of connection to your consumers.
Professor, I'm tearing up, and all I did was just make a right-hand turn. You know, God bless America. Why do companies, I mean, hundreds of millions of dollars to make a change? Why do they make changes?
I love that question. Here's why they make change, and it's because of something that we study in my world, again, called the product life cycle. And so and by the way, this is an empirical evolution of every single product, brand, service, or organization is going to go through these 4 stages. Number 1, introduction. Number 2, growth. Number 3, maturation. And number 4, decline. Every product will go through those 4 stages. And so the idea is basically, how do I accelerate my introduction and growth? And how do I decelerate my maturation and my decline? And one of the things we think about is that, and this is super interesting too, and probably very much also related to the Cracker Barrel example, is that eventually your consumers are going to leave the marketplace. They're going to die. And so at some point you have to start talking to new customers. And in many cases, these newer customers might be younger customers. And so these younger customers may not care about Uncle Herschel whatsoever. And in fact, this may be an opportunity for you as a brand to tell a different story, an innovative story, a new story, a modern story. And so when you think about this, it's at some point, every single product is going to have to address this issue of how do I stay relevant in terms of changing times, changing social beliefs, changing ways of buying things, changing customer experiences, all of these different things. And so to be able to keep up with that, you have to continuously ask yourself, how do I stay out in front? Well, I got to act as if I'm behind. And so you stay on that sort of mentality of always trying to figure out what's the next thing I can do to stay relevant, but authentic. And who are these new consumers that I'd love to introduce my brand and my story and my narrative to?
How does Crackle Barrel get those loyal customers back?
Oh, that's the $95 million question. It's going to be rough. It's going to be rough. I think, first of all, one of the things that I would take a look at and I would advise and counsel our friends at Cracker Barrel to do is just come out with the mea culpa and say, hey, look, we didn't there's a way to do this that is actually interesting in the sense that you can say, we didn't realize we were so loved by you guys and we love that love.
Yeah.
And so here's our plan to get you back, and to sort of basically be vulnerable and lay it on the table and explain without being patronizing what the things that are going to change are and why we're changing them and how they're going to be better for you, but also explain in that same one fell swoop the importance of noting that the underlying approach and how they see you as a customer is not going to change. And so you want to sort of play that game of, bringing a little bit back. Maybe you say, hey, Uncle Herschel, he's still around, and he'll be in the stores perhaps. And, you sort of say some things like that. But it's going to be very, very difficult, because here's one thing that is incredible about identity. And that is, it takes a lot of time and effort to create symbols of self-expression. But once you violate them, once you compromise those things, you're in big trouble, because it's just like a relationship. When your romantic partner cheats on you, it's not going to be easy to get back to that level of trust and to get back to the original level of that relationship, because there's so much energy that is put into the power of this affiliation. And so I would start with lots of mea culpas, lots of I'm sorry's, say, hey guys, come talk to us and help us reimagine this thing in the way that, is closer to your vision, but also meets our own business goals as well. So, taking that step to be vulnerable and ask loyal customers to come back, and then basically, trying to walk that fine line of not turning over the company, because you can't just say, hey, every time we make a decision, we got to, stop if people get upset. But at the same time, you do want to say that you want to basically follow the principles of brand crisis, which basically says you validate concerns, you show action, and you control your own narrative. And if you do those three things, you'll be likely to try to basically stop a bit of this chaos, at least slow it down to give you time to catch your breath and figure out what the next steps are.
Well, Dr. Reed, we so appreciate you joining us for this conversation that I think has opened all of our eyes. Thank you so much.
I really appreciate the opportunity. Thank you.
And to prove how smart that man is right there, yesterday, Crackle Barrel shared a post that says, in part, if the last few days have shown us anything, it's how deeply people care about Cracker Barrel. We're truly grateful for your heartfelt voices. And then it goes on to say the things people love the most about our stores aren't going anywhere. Rocking chairs on the porch, a warm fire in the hearth, peg games on the table, unique treasures in our gift shop, and vintage Americana with antiques pulled straight from our warehouse in Tennessee.
The peg game. I love the peg game. I'm terrible at the peg game.
It is 9 minutes before 4 o'clock. Captain Paul, what are the roads looking like?
Electricity is very important, because if you don't have electricity, you're sitting in the dark in more ways than one. And when the lights go out for one last time, maybe, just maybe, you want a whole home generator. Well, that's where Michael Baldy comes in, because Michael Baldy can do that. He's putting in a whole home generator for a friend of mine on the hill. Whether you live on the hill or a brand new home, at some point you're going to need some electrical help, and that's where Michael Baldy comes in. He's been an electrician since 1996, and he has a full team of electricians who will help you every single step of the way, whether it's a whole home generator, maybe some extra plugs for the Christmas lights, maybe it's something in the basement, something in the garage, doesn't matter. Commercial building, indoor or out, Michael Baldy, electrician, has got to be on your phone. Put him on your speed dial, 314-968-9999, 314-968-9999. You can thank me later. Michael Baldy, BaldyElectric.com.
Hey, Illinois, this is Ben Barnett, board-certified master arborist and owner at Timberline Professional Tree Care. Sorry, St. Louis, this message is for our friends in the Metro East. Did you know that most Missouri-based tree contractors can't legally travel into Illinois? This is due to federal motor carrier regulations that require large trucks and their drivers to be registered with the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration in order to travel across state lines. Almost all other tree services in Missouri fail to meet the requirements for safety, drug and alcohol testing, and equipment maintenance that are required for interstate travel. Here at Timberline, we meet and exceed all of these requirements and will be glad to travel across the river to meet all of your tree care needs. Call us today at 636-479-7475 for tree fertilization, pruning, insect and disease treatment, or complete removal. Or visit our website at stltreecare.com. That's stltreecare.com for service in the Metro East area.
You're listening to the Heidi Glaus Show with Josh Gilbert and Bob Ramsey on the Big 550 KTRS.
We are in education mode this afternoon. STL Today recently published a story about a St. Louis lake vanishing, and the reason could be sinkholes. Robert Chris is a professor of Earth, Environment, and Planetary Sciences at Wash U, and he's joining us with a lesson on sinkholes. We appreciate you making time for us.
My pleasure.
So let's start with what causes a sinkhole.
Well, rainwaters are a bit aggressive. By that, I mean slightly acidic naturally. Then they encounter organic matter in soils and increase their CO2 content and acidity. And when you have subjacent limestone or carbonate rocks, these slightly acidic waters can create solution cavities and subterranean caves. And you develop over a long period of time as these waters percolate downward and get into cracks. They widen the cracks, cause cave systems, and you can get sinkholes as well.
So,
in these
Professor,
environments.
Missouri is known as a cave state. Is it the caves that are causing the problem?
Caves cause a lot of the sinkhole problems in the state. There's a couple other kinds of sinkholes we get. One is these are mostly man-made things. There are mine collapses. We have a lot of old coal mines, especially in the area south of Forest Park. There's a lot of old clay and coal mines, and we don't even we know where some of these old workings are, but a lot of them are quite old, and you can get collapses into those areas over time. The other thing that happens, and we see this fairly often in urban areas all over the world, is just buried sewer lines. If you get a hole in a pipe that's buried, water will percolate down and start washing the soil into the pipe, and you can undermine streets and driveways and other things where these buried lines are just by having subsurface erosion. It's not the same kind of solution erosion, it's just erosion.
Yeah, I know like Limp Brewery and Anheuser-Busch used underground tunnels to move beer to the river for transportation. So is that maybe why we're seeing more sinkholes now in Benton Park?
Well, There is an old, there's on the cave records, a cave in Benton Park, and where you have subsurface caves, even though a lot of these workings are now not workings, these natural features have been lost to history. They've just been filled in and so forth. These holes are still there, and there's a lot of sinkholes too have just been filled in. The best place in the city to see this is Cronolette Park.
Yes.
You've got the little 150-acre area. It's full of sinkholes.
Really?
You walk right out. All these nice ponds and stuff are all sinkholes. You walk outside the park, and everything's level and just houses. So all the sinkholes weren't crowded up and stuck in Cronolette Park. All the surrounding area had sinkholes. They've just been filled in historically. And people's homes end up built right on top of these things. We do need better engineering standards in much of St. Louis City and County.
But the article in the paper talks about Benton Park and a pond there that just kind of drained because a sinkhole opened up. But you had mentioned to me off the air that Lake Chesterfield has drained twice because of sinkholes.
Lake Chesterfield drained in 2004. It just disappeared overnight. And they spent a lot of money trying to fix it, hundreds of thousands of dollars at least. And just a year later, it did it again. I think it's been stable. I think they finally grouted it up. But it's hard to fix these things. We have a lot of leaky lakes in St. Louis and St. Charles County that I know of. There's several. Lone Elk Park. You go there, and the visitor center has these beautiful plate glass windows where you're supposed to look at the elk, and the water is 100 yards away. It's because the lake won't hold water.
Wow. Well, it is fascinating and quite scary to a lot of people. But Professor Chris, we really appreciate you explaining sinkholes to us this afternoon.
Well, it was great fun. I hope people are interested. We're aware of the problems.
Sir. Coming up, Big D joins us because it's Tuesday and we want to give away some money. So I hope you'll hang out with us here for a couple more hours on the Heidi Glaus Show with Bob and Josh on the Big 550 KTRS.
This is the Big 550 KTRS St. Louis.
He scooped up by Missouri Zion Young at the 15 to the 10 to the house to the house.
The home of Mizzou football. Don't miss any of the action.
From ABC News, I'm Michelle Franzen. After cracking down on crime, he says, in Washington, D.C., using the National Guard, President Trump has signaled over the past week he wants to mobilize troops to other cities, naming Baltimore, Chicago, and New York City as examples. Today, New York City Mayor Eric Adams telling ABC's Aaron Katursky the city coordinates with the federal authorities already and says New York's police force is at one of the top in the world.
Placing federal troops here in New York, I don't see the need for it at all. We are doing an amazing job.
FBI crime statistics, along with city officials, show violent crime was on the decline in New York City, Chicago, and D.C. A federal judge has temporarily blocked the government's plan to deport Kilmar Abrego Garcia. He was detained by ICE yesterday at an immigration meeting and is facing human smuggling charges. Today, Obregos Garcia's attorney says ICE agents sent a letter offering a plea deal for his client to plead guilty and to get deported to Costa Rica or else face deportation to Uganda.
He had been served with a notice requiring him to come to the ICE office in Baltimore at 8 a.m. on Monday. The stated reason was for an interview. That was obviously a lie.
The White House in March mistakenly deported Abrego Garcia to a prison in El Salvador despite court protections. The all-day nationwide protest in Israel spilled into the night with more than 200,000 people out. Israelis protesting their far-right government and pushing for a ceasefire and the release of hostages in Gaza.
And it caps a day of protest that's being referred to by some as a day of rage, and it's being led by the families of the hostages in Gaza. These protests are demanding that Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu end the war, that he does not go ahead with Israel's proposed offensive to seize and occupy most of northern Gaza.
ABC's Patrick Reevell. You're listening to ABC News.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone. Lower T? Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text ALL to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast. Absolutely free. Text ALL to 321-321. That's ALL to 321-321.
78 degrees at 4:03 with KTRS News. I'm Steve Potter. An investigation is underway after a person was struck and killed by a train in South St. Louis. It happened at around 1 o'clock this morning near South Kings Highway in Manchester. 5 people were injured, 20 homes damaged or destroyed in a house explosion in North St. Louis County yesterday morning. There are reports that the explosion could be felt as far away as Pontoon Beach, Illinois. And as of now, the cause remains unknown. The Bomb and Arson Squad has begun its investigation, which the Blackjack Fire Chief says is normal under these circumstances. No progress was made as Boeing and the International Association of Machinists resumed contract talks yesterday. Both sides met for a few hours amid the 3-week strike, but no new talks have been scheduled. Missourians could see even higher utility bills after several new laws take effect on Thursday.
Among the dozens of new statutes is a significant change in state utility law that consumer advocates warn will raise electric bills by at least $600 annually for most St. Louis residents. Key to the projected increase in bills is a policy change allowing companies to charge ratepayers for construction projects while they are being built instead of waiting until they're completed. Meanwhile, Ameren, Missouri customers who typically qualify for energy assistance may now be eligible to receive up to $1,400 in bill payment assistance across various programs. This follows Ameren's $4 million donation to community action agencies last week. Now, more information is available online at amerenmissouri.com/energy assistance. Jill Enders, KTRS News.
The University of Missouri St. Louis will host a dedication ceremony tomorrow for the newly named Ed G. Smith College of Business. Smith founded American Direct Marketing Resources in 1983 and was the first member of his family to attend college when he enrolled at UMSL. The ceremony begins tomorrow afternoon at 4 o'clock at the Anheuser-Busch Hall on UMSL's North Campus. And tomorrow, Governor Kehoe will be in St. Louis for several meetings and to speak at the BioSTL Global Health Innovation Summit. And now we have the latest from Jefferson City.
Next up for lawmakers will be the annual veto session, which will be held in September. The only legislation to see any vetoes from the governor this year are line items and appropriations bills that comprise the fiscal year 2026 state operating budget, which could be considered during a veto session. By law, a veto session can last up to 10 calendar days. Reporting from the state capitol, I'm Dean Morgan.
This KTRS Business Minute brought to you by Walter Knoll Florist, the place for all your floral needs. You can place your order anytime at WKF.com. Layoffs are underway at Edward Jones. Employees began receiving layoff notices yesterday as the company moves forward with its workforce reduction, which was announced back in March. The layoffs impact Edward Jones associates across the United States and Canada, including at the company's headquarters in De Pere. Time now to take a look at the markets, brought to you by JBL Financial. Tune in to Straight Talk on Retirement, Saturday mornings from 9 to 11. The markets at close, well, it was down 135 points at 45,418. The NASDAQ was up 94 at 21,544, and the S&P 500 up 26 at 6,465. Now let's throw it to Paul for KTRS Sports and Traffic. Our forecast calls for sunny skies for the rest of the day. Clear overnight, a low of 58. Partly cloudy tomorrow with a high of 81. At 4:08, we have sunshine. 77 degrees at the Gold Tower at Westport. Steve Potter, KTRS News, the talk of St. Louis.
You know, over the years, Lordo's has become part of the family for many, many St. Louis families. For 80 years, they've been helping St. Louis families with all of the jewelry needs, whether it's the diamond ring, a diamond ring, maybe something for St. Patrick's Day, something for an anniversary, Valentine's Day. Throughout the years and throughout the calendar, it's Lordo's as your go-to. Whether it's men or women, you want to repurpose something or buy something new, Lordo's Diamonds in the heart of Ladue on Clayton Road. You see, it's a family business. The family's been running it for years, and they learned it from their father, who learned it from their father. And so that family jeweler, it's where generations of St. Louisans go. Grandparents have gone there. Your grandkids will go there. Right there in Ladue on Clayton Road, across the street from a Norman Rockwell-esque firehouse, is Lordo's Diamonds. Go in, make a friend, and make them your family jeweler, because you can thank me later. 314-432-8008 or online, lordosdiamonds.com.
Health insurance can feel complicated, but Medica health plans are different. See, we're nonprofit, which means people first, not shareholders. And we're right here in St. Louis with affordable plans for local care you trust. Your doctors, your hospitals, to help you feel your best. With Medica, your health coverage can feel a bit simpler. And now, we're here for you. Medica Health Plans. You're not just covered, you're cared for.
Are you retired? Are you thinking about retiring? Who is helping you with retirement? Might be time to check out the show When Retirement Happens, hosted by Kevin Lloyd of Legacy Wealth Advisors.
I'm Steve.
Saturday at 1, Sunday at noon on the Big 550 KTRS.
You're listening to the Heidi Glaus Show with Josh Gilbert and Bob Ramsey on the Big 550 KTRS.
Our headlines for this Tuesday afternoon, August 26th, Twilight Thursdays, return to the Missouri History Museum at the Emo Family Plaza. The Missouri History Museum will relaunch the popular Twilight Thursdays concert series on September 4th, marking the return of the fall season after, of course, May's devastating tornado. At the opening concert, President and CEO Jody Sowell will give some remarks, followed by a moment of silence honoring those affected by the tornadoes. Jody said in a statement, St. Louisans have always faced challenges with strength and compassion, and this season of Twilight Thursdays is about honoring that resilience. And he says, we invite everyone, families, neighbors, friends, to join us in Forest Park as we celebrate not just the music, but the spirit of our city. So the series kicks off September 4th with the music of Usher. The rest of the lineup includes September 11th, a tribute to Frankie Beverly and Mays. September 18th, music from then till now. It's going to be a high energy performance with a blend of Motown, blues, disco, soul, and more. And September 25th, it's a tribute tribute to Charlie Wilson and the Gap Band. And throughout the series, visitors can enjoy a variety of local food trucks, bring their own picnic baskets if you want, and just kind of sit and savor under the stars. The museum's galleries, including the 1904 World's Fair and the newest exhibit, Collected, will remain open late with free access to the St. Louis Loop trolley, free parking, of course, throughout Forest Park, and accessible parking near the museum. Everyone is invited to join the celebration. So pack up your blanket, your lawn chair, and your picnic basket and enjoy some fun music.
Well, I'm torn, and often, I get some stories, and you guys have got to pick. Do I want a horrific parasite? Or we'd been talking about thieves, and we could do that.
Both of these are pretty
yuck. I'll take the
dark.
I'll take the parasites
over the thieves.
Yeah.
All right. A Maryland resident is diagnosed with a screw worm. Traveled to El Salvador, diagnosed with a New World screw worm. First reported U.S. case tied to travel in the country. Now, people think, oh, my God, close the border. No, has nothing to do with that.
Okay.
In fact, Texas and, another cattle state, Texas, New Mexico, maybe, have had to battle these things for a long, long time.
What does a screw worm do?
A screw worm eats into your skin.
It's a flesh eating
parasite. But really, it is it's larvae from blowflies, a particular strain, and usually it goes to an open wound. They can
How
land.
big are they?
I don't know.
Like, can you see it,
All
or
right,
is
what was
it?
It's yes, you can see it. I want to say it can be 3/4 of an inch.
Ooh,
something like that.
I regret.
Yeah, you should.
Asking
we
for
all
this
do.
Yeah, and so, my suggestion is don't panic.
Okay.
This is an isolated case, unless you've got a cattle ranch down at the Rio Grande.
Okay.
No, but that is historically that has
That's
been a
where?
problem because it attacks cows and things like that. They get an injury, they get an open wound. Blowflies lay their eggs, they turn into larvae.
Got you. Okay.
We just sold the condo in Gulf Shores to buy a cattle ranch down in Texas. Have you guys seen
You worked with Carney way too long.
I know. The rabbits and the deers that are growing horns, the weird growths. And scientists are like, don't
Make
be
more of
afraid.
this.
Don't
Yeah.
make more of this of what it is. It's just a thing that happens. But they say don't touch them.
Oh, don't be worried about it, but don't touch it.
Why do they say don't touch them then? I didn't hear that part.
I don't remember.
Some sort of organic growth. I read a little bit.
Yeah, it looks real. Why? And they say that it happens all the time, and that's where the theory of the jackalope came into play.
I was wondering.
The jackalope
with the horns and
the rabbit with the horns. They say that's where it came from.
Okay, that makes more sense.
One of these rabbits with these growths. The Bermuda Triangle. Bob, do you believe that it's a thing?
Yes.
UFOs fly through there?
Well, I don't know if it's UFOs or some sort of magnetic field or something, but there's something.
Dr. Simon Boxall, who is an oceanographer from the University of Southampton, this is over in England, has said that the Bermuda Triangle, located between Florida, Puerto Rico, and Bermuda, is nothing but rogue waves. That is his
sound waves.
Nope, just giant rogue waves. They could be up to 100 feet tall.
No, I'm not buying it.
And they say that obviously with all the shipwrecks and everything, people come up with crazy ideas.
But what about the planes?
Yeah.
The plane, boss, the plane.
Well, maybe they were flying low, 100 feet low. I don't know. Planes go down all the time, especially old planes. But they say their theory is rogue waves. These are gigantic waves. They don't know how they are formed, but they might be triggered by multiple waves combining. And they say the storms from the south and the storms from the north come together in this particular region around Bermuda. and cause rogue waves, and that's what causes all the shipwrecks.
Or could it be some sort of magnetic field and aliens causing the rogue waves?
Is anybody else agreeing with him on this, or he's just come out and said, this is what I think it is?
Yeah,
and the other professors are like,
I don't know. He said, what Heidi, are
Heidi,
you on
seek the
board with
truth,
the
don't you?
UFOs?
I don't know about the
saucer people.
I'm not sure about the waves. That seems like we already had talked about that before.
He is claiming the Bermuda Triangle is a particular hotspot for rogue waves. They did a map of all the shipwrecks and mysterious disappearances. It doesn't seem to be inside the triangle, but mostly on the
edges,
edges itself. So, maybe go into the triangle and you'll be fine. Don't skirt the outside.
Well, maybe you can't get to the inside of the triangle because those magnetic waves are holding you out.
I was trying to do Bob's UFO voice. Also, the route from Florida to Puerto Rico is a very popular route, hence more shipwrecks because there's more.
Yeah, but
ships.
Chicago to New York's not popular. So,
okay. All right. Well, scientists have said it's rogue waves, but you can believe whatever you want to believe.
Thank you.
It's not a place I'll be going in my RV, but any other place is really open to the possibility. And that's what Byerly RV knows that they are selling. They are selling you a way to get away from home, but to still kind of have the comforts of home. Byerly RV has more than 30 brands of new RVs in stock. We're talking travel trailers of all sizes, fifth wheels, camper vans, and then you've got gas and diesel motorhomes, and there's all sorts of layouts. I mean, you can get a 30-footer, and it can have bunk beds for the kids or grandkids, or maybe you would rather take that space and have a washer and dryer and a dishwasher. It is amazing what they can fit into RVs these days. You just hit the road. I'm gonna traveling. She kind of feel like I'm on a train and you just do all the work and sit back there. I'm like, you can play a game if you want to while you're sitting at the dining table. I mean, that's what's so much fun about RVing. And then you can get to those different locations. You can wake up at a lake one day. You can wake up in a mountain kind of as your view the next. Byerly RV has you covered when it comes to whatever kind of RV it is you're looking for. And better yet, once you have your RV, Byerly RV has the best service department you will ever come in contact with. Barb takes the best care of me. Then you got Sammy that is part of the storage facility and runs that. It's just a great group of people, and they take care of you from start to finish because Byerly has the storage facility. They have the service department. They have a body shop, and then they even have a parts store that can get you, whether it's steps or handrails or sewer or just some of the fun things like really comfy chairs. It's all found at Byerly RV right there in Eureka. You can shop online at ByerlyRV.com or swing by the dealership in Eureka. They're right there at 109 and 44. Coming up, Big D joins us for a special Tuesday afternoon giveaway.
When it comes to mortgage lenders, I know you have no shortage of options. But are you working with someone local who can truly simplify the process? I'm David Goldberg with the Goldberg Group. And as a St. Louis home purchase expert, I know this market inside and out. I specialize in tough-to-complete situations for borrowers who are self-employed, looking to buy and sell at the same time, and may have been turned down somewhere else. Whether you're a first-time home buyer or seasoned homeowner, you can trust me with all of your home financing needs. Call or text me at 314-471-4030. 314-471-4030.
Concerned about where your retirement is heading? Is it on track to meet your needs and goals? Are taxes and inflation a constant worry? Well, you can join Jerry Means for What Retirement Means to You, powered by Means Financial Group, and find out how their team can help guide you to that retirement you've always dreamed of. Listen to What Retirement Means to You with Jerry Means, Sunday mornings at 10 on KTRS, The Talk of St. Louis. More details at meansfinancialgroup.com.
Becoming a truck driver doesn't have to be complicated. At Schneider, we make it easy to get your commercial driver's license and start your new career. With our CDL apprenticeship training, you'll get paid to become a truck driver in just 5 to 6 weeks and have a Schneider driving job waiting for you when you've completed the program. Plus, during training, Schneider will provide transportation, lodging, and meals at no cost to you. Ready to get your career on the road? Learn more and apply today at SchneiderJobs.com. That's SchneiderJobs.com. Imagine feeling trapped, helpless, and afraid. That's what partner abuse creates. Alive is here to make sure that you get the help for yourself, your children, and your pets. Hi, this is Guy Phillips inviting you to participate in Alive's annual golf tournament and auction, September 8th at the beautiful Legends Golf Course. Gather a foursome, sponsor a hole, or just make a donation. And all donations get a Missouri tax credit of 70%. Get all the information at alivestl.org. Together, we'll end the cycle of abuse.
You're selling your home, and I want to buy it. This is Mike Robinson with Robank Properties, and I am ready to pay top dollar for your home. No contingencies, no inspections, no monkey business. I buy your home no matter the condition or location, and you walk away with cash. Call me, Mike Robinson, at 314-283-0867, 314-283-0867, or at robankproperties.com. That's ROBANG properties.com.
When it comes to summer comfort, your air conditioner should never be a question. Hi, Farmer Dave here for Viviano Heating and Air. They offer reliable AC installation, fast repairs, and seasonal tune-ups to keep your system running like new. We work with nearly every brand, so no matter what you got, we've got you covered. Stay cool and in control. Call today, 618-345-7498, or visit them online at vivianoair.com. Train, the most reliable name in heating and cooling around. It's hard to stop a train.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
You're listening to the Heidi Glaus Show with Josh Gilbert and Bob Ramsey on the Big 550 KTRS.
I mean, we're gonna have some fun with TV theme songs, but I thought we'd start with Darren's theme song.
Yeah, well. No, because it says Thursday in it, so I didn't play it.
Okay.
Do you want me to play it?
Yeah.
But it says Thursday in it.
Oh, just overdubbed.
Yeah.
Special edition.
It's the Big Thursday giveaway with Big D from HW Kia of West County on the Big 550 KTRS.
Okay.
Yeah.
Happy?
Yes.
Everybody happy? Yes,
I mean,
gotta have it.
Yeah. Right?
Who are you, Cracker Barrel?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Good point.
So we're doing a special edition on Tuesday because we're out of here a little early on Thursday, but it's always good to have Big D in studio. You had a little vacay and then you went straight back to work. I mean,
straight from the airport.
Kind of just doing dishes,
crazy. It is crazy.
Bussing tables. What do you do when you're at Rich's Famous Burgers?
Well, usually I like to bus and mess with people. But we were so busy. Once I got in the back in the dish room, they couldn't leave.
And this is the Pacific location.
Yes, brand new. It was bumper to bumper.
It was.
Insane.
And are you getting good reviews? Are
so
people
far,
liking it?
I've watched the little ticker, and it seems like on the Pacific site and then our website, it seems like most of it's done pretty good. Yeah. Overall. Yeah.
Wow.
What about quality food control? Everybody there gets what they're doing.
Yeah. I mean, we brought the best of the best from the other places. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. We
That's
tried
smart.
to do that. Yeah. The best waitresses and then the best cooks. My brother was cooking.
Mm-hmm.
And so then then when you open up, you're not all new people.
Trying to train the whole staff.
Yeah, that's a mess.
Oh, that's really smart.
Yeah.
If your brother couldn't come in,
oh my God,
could you cook a burger?
One.
But
One at a
not
time.
30.
But Josh, the rail where the tickets go on the
Yeah.
top, it's lined up and dragging the floor, and it just overwhelms you.
But
my.
you could cook a burger.
I can
and
cook a
it would
burger or
taste fine.
two. And you could too. It's just when you get 40 orders, timing that stuff, not burning this because of that.
Yes.
The fries are done.
It's
And
an art.
It is. It's timing. And
Do you cook?
No, I do dishes.
But
And
like in your private life?
Never have and don't know. No, never. I've never been a person that sits in front of a grill because I'm not good. I don't want to.
Yeah. That's not your
It's
thing.
just not. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm bad.
You'd rather be working a puzzle of some sort, figuring out how you're going to open your next restaurant.
That's it. But it was crazy. Then I got the idea Sunday I'd go help them. I got there about 11:30 and left at 10:15 Sunday night.
Oh my gosh.
And I didn't leave this 2x2 room with dishes. It was beautiful out, they said. And when I left there,
no, it was pouring rain, storms.
You didn't even have a window.
Nothing. And my lower back hurt so bad.
Just for standing and
For
bending
standing
over
that long.
the sink?
And the three guys in the kitchen, they got there about 9:30, and they told me they didn't even break until 10 o'clock. They didn't leave the grill till 10 o'clock. There's nobody else coming in to relieve
I
them.
hope you're paying them well.
Well, I gave them a little extra cash. I said, here, I was here with you guys, and you guys,
know.
it's a lot of work.
Well, it's got, despite all that, it's got to be gratifying that there was a need there in Pacific because people wanted some good food.
Yeah, it's been as good or better than I thought it would be. And today, my brother said he was there this morning and worked until about 3 and said,
still nuts.
And it'll be that way, for a month, and then it'll get normal, which we'll see what that is. But the carryouts, that's what makes you nervous is that people carry it out and they get it home, and if it's soggy for the first time, it's not good. That's if you hit it 10 times, you get a bad meal. You forgive people.
What would be something that you wouldn't carry out? Like, I don't know if I'd necessarily carry out seafood.
Well, that's for sure. I wouldn't. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, though, getting the catfish from Rich's, bringing it home. My family was eating on it for 2 more days because you got an air fryer.
Oh, yeah.
It's not if you microwave it gets a little gross. But the
air fryer
makes it perfect.
Yeah, I wouldn't want a piece of grouper from somewhere.
Yeah.
Sitting in the car and on the way home.
And fries always get cold on that car ride.
But you can still air fry it.
What I like the jam burger with the peanut butter and the jelly and that soggy bread.
Then the bread gets
soggy. It would get too or a hot mess chicken with a sauce on it.
Ooh,
it really
that sounds good.
Hot mess chicken's good too. Yeah.
So what do you sell the most of? Is it a cheeseburger? Is it a hamburger? Is it the peanut butter?
The most is probably just a build your own hamburger type thing. But the jam burger, I think my brother said they sold 50 something on the first day.
And
that's
it's
a lot for
jam. It's not
It's a special
grape
jam.
or-
We make that jam. We don't
You
buy
make it?
We make it.
But it's not grape or strawberry.
No, it's a jalapeno, but it's not hot.
Yeah.
It's just enough kind of
flavor.
Nice sweet. It's got
Sweet, and then it hits you at the end a little hot. Yeah.
Wow.
And there was that peanut butter. It's really good.
Where did you get the recipe? Did your brother invent it?
No, I honestly don't know, but I know we did it ourselves.
Yeah.
We didn't buy it, and this somehow somebody on I can't remember.
One guy had jelly, one guy had jalapenos. They ran into each other in the back.
Yeah, like a Reese's commercial.
Look.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So it sounds like I'm working for Big Catfish.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, folks, if you like catfish,
Your
recipe is tremendous.
And I think it's the breading is so light. It's not that heavy.
It's flavorful without being too greasy.
You still taste the fish.
You taste the fish. The fish is white and pretty and stuff. We got robbed on
what?
Friday.
At Pacific?
In Sullivan.
What?
Friday night, we get a call. We're at the Pacific location. It was 10 o'clock, and somebody called us and said, the cooler got broke into, and all of our copper wire was broken off the AC unit we just put on, and they stole about $7,000 worth of merchandise out of the freezers, because we keep a lot of food.
Yeah.
And they showed we have cameras everywhere. It showed a car pulls up, starts loading in all this frozen stuff.
Do you think it's an inside job? Does somebody know what you have in that freezer?
They already caught him.
Okay.
It was a guy, he had a car with a donut tire on. It was just, if he'd have come in and asked,
No one will
he'd have
notice
himself.
that.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. But they took the copper wiring, which is a big deal.
Yeah.
And then it was about $7,000 of food, which is a lot of stuff. But we got
How
those
did they fit it in the car? Like,
yeah, and then so we showed the cops. Oh, we know that car. So they went and got him. He's arrested, but I don't want the food back because you don't know where it's been. So we won't get anything. But
Is this the first time you've been broken into like that?
Steelville a couple times down there for that same kind of thing,
Yeah.
It's just people that are really, really down and don't really.
It's their only way, they think.
They're trying to get money for other things, maybe, and yeah, so it was kind of nasty.
Drugs.
But, yeah, I think so.
Did your brother cook when he was working at the White Barn? Who taught him?
Rich did.
He did.
Yeah, the old man did. And not just the cook, but the quality and the speed
that you got to do.
Get it going, yeah.
And you're right. The timing, the efficiency of the kitchen, everything's got to run.
Everything's got to go. My brother's an orchestrator.
Yeah.
I've had parties. Like I had my son's 16th birthday party at Rich's. I invited 80 to 100 people, and everybody ordered off the menu. And I'm telling you what, at one time, he gets it done. And he's got the knack at coordinating and, hey, do this, drop that. And most of your good short order cooks do. That's what they do. But he's really good at it. He was there 10 hours straight. And then, and didn't,
not complaining.
Not really, no. I mean, he's been doing it a long time, and he enjoys it, but it wears you out. It wears your lower back out.
I've got a question about cars. Should we do traffic
Let's
first?
do traffic before we switch from burgers to cars. I think so. And, there's cars on the road, but how many cars are on the road? Well, that's what Captain Paul can tell us.
And now, KTRS weather from the John Beal Roofing Weather Desk.
I'm First Alert 4 Chief Meteorologist Steve Templeton. We've got another cool night tonight, low down to 55. Now, the record's 51, so no record, but still a nice cool and crisp start to the day. It's a little warmer the rest of the week, but nothing too hot. It looks really nice. A high of 80 degrees on Wednesday under partly cloudy skies and light winds. Turns a little cloudy Wednesday night into Thursday morning, but we stay dry, and then we'll break out in a little more sunshine Thursday afternoon with a high of 82. That's the latest from the First Alert 4 Weather Center. I'm Chief Meteorologist Steve Templeton for the Big 550 KTRS.
John Beal Roofing is the home of the lowest price roofing guarantee. Get a free estimate today at johnbealroofing.com.
Hi, I'm Jeff Zufall, Senior Tax Strategist and Wealth Advisor at Capital Advisory Group, and the author of the #1 best-selling book on taxes, Keep What's Yours. Let us show you how tax-smart investment strategies can protect your wealth. Give us a call at 636-394-5524, or you can visit us on the web at capitaladvisorygrp.com.
Keep What's Yours, Saturday afternoons at 3.
All right, so you're looking for a new front door, maybe to change the style up a little bit. Maybe you've got some windows that are leaking and aren't very energy efficient, and you'd like to get some new ones. And so you start looking for a window company. Let me tell you about my friend and my neighbor, Larry Thornton from the Window Store. He's been selling windows and doors in St. Louis for 37 years. He has access to all the quality windows and all the quality doors. And unlike so many other window companies, it's not a marketing game. Buy one, get the next 7 free. At the Window Store, you buy one window, you get one window. But when you compare apples to apples, right, you'll notice that the Window Store has much better pricing. There is no hard sell. They're not going to stand in the middle of your living room demanding you sign on the dotted line. For 37 years, they've beat everybody on quality, on price, on customer service. If you need windows or doors, that's why you need to call my neighbor, Larry, or his son, Joe, 314-739-0002 or wswindow.net.
Our students are getting unique opportunities that you just would not get elsewhere.
It does give us a lot of things. Hone in on the you and how that makes your creativity. I came in here not knowing a single thing about how dance can turn into singing and acting and how that can branch out into other things.
Confluence Academies and the Grand Center Arts Academy. Discover your pathway at confluenceacademy.org.
If you've been injured in a car crash, you need a law firm that knows how to win. Ott Law helps crash victims get the compensation they deserve for pain and suffering. From the moment of impact to the final verdict or settlement, Ott Law will guide you every step of the way. We don't back down. We bring constant victory. Ott Law proudly supports the St. Louis Men's Group Against Cancer. Call Ott Law at 314-293-3756. Online at ott.law. The choice of a lawyer is an important one and should not be based solely on advertisements. Your biggest choice in home restoration is, who do you trust with your home? Your most valued asset. Few can match Banner Construction's experience and dedication to excellence. Banner is an elite preferred James Hardy contractor and Pella window specialist. Restoration is a one-time opportunity to have Banner's design team show you architectural options to make your home the neighborhood showcase. Call for a free consultation. 314-569-1050. And have a banner day.
Andy from Hats and Stuff. The summer's heat is starting to break and the kids are back to school, and we're gearing up for an exciting fall with a great selection of NFL and NHL hoodies, ball caps, and so much more. We still have great deals on Cardinals and the Zoo merchandise for the entire family at fantastic prices. We have a huge selection of St. Louis-inspired graphic tees, all at $10. And don't forget about the cowboy hats. Yeah. Located in Westport Plaza, across from the Drunken Fish and the Kobe Steakhouse, and the Soulard Farmers Market on Saturdays. Hats and Stuff. Good stuff at really great prices.
Hats and Stuff. Hats and Stuff. Hats and Stuff. You might know Graybar for cable and connectivity, but there's one more thing you should know us for that can help optimize your project's total value, like our comprehensive electronic solutions for security, AV, wireless, and networking, or our specialized job site services, like material staging and kitting, or maybe our logistics specialists, who can help you identify efficiencies and ensure just-in-time delivery. So consider what one more thing you may need to optimize your bottom line and get to know us for that. Yep, Graybar does that.
You're listening to the Heidi Glaus Show with Josh Gilbert and Bob Ramsey on the Big 550 KTRS.
Before we switch from burgers to cars, I got to read a text that says, "Hey, Heidi, Josh, Rammer, Big D. I ate at the Sullivan location last Thursday, got the blue cheese bacon burger. It was amazing."
Darren,
Yeah.
do you eat blue cheese?
Every day.
Oh,
Really?
I love blue
I had one today
cheese.
at Tucker's Burger with blue cheese crumbles on top.
Yeah.
I love
I put blue
A1,
cheese
A1. Oh my God.
on my steak.
I'm
I
an
always have some
outlier
blue
here.
cheese.
Bob doesn't like
Bob
blue
hates
cheese.
it.
You have to either love it or hate it. There is no in between.
Yeah.
Too funky for me.
Kind of like the
love the funk.
Yeah, the funk. The funk
Bring
is
the
good.
funk.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've been
Yes.
talking burgers, but
I love
let's
it.
talk some cars.
Mhm.
All right. I've got an article. Surging car prices push buyers to take out longer auto loans.
Yeah,
Is
that's
there a 7-year loan?
yeah.
Can I do an 8?
You can.
9?
About 8's about as far as we go.
Yeah.
Is it
And-
smart though?
No, it's not smart. But if you're in a situation where you're upside down, you got to roll a bunch of money in, but you got to manage a payment. It's can be the only way out sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one of those things where we were shopping for our house, for our first house.
Yeah.
The mortgage people are like, your outgoing is too much compared to your incoming.
Yeah.
And we refinanced a car, got our payment down. Like, if I came to you and I said, look, I need it to be $350.
Yep.
Or $425.
Yep.
Could you meet me somewhere?
Meet you somewhere.
Yeah. No, not me. Like, theoretically.
Yeah.
Maybe out back.
Yeah. As long as the numbers got to work. But yeah, I mean,
you're not going to pay his loan.
Yeah,
you still
I don't
got
really
to.
understand your question.
But like,
if you need to restructure, you mean to get a lower payment?
If I say I want to buy this car, I need it to be at $425 a
My
month.
budget
Can you
can't
say-
go 7.
All right. Well, we'll do 8 years.
Yeah, we'll just show you 5, 6, 7, 8, and it's up to you.
Yeah.
We don't recommend it because then two things happen. A, you're upside down, and we don't get you back quicker in the cycle. We want you back sooner for us too, to sell you another car. But if we stick you out 7 or 8 years, we don't see you as often because you're still paying for the older car.
And I'm not saying this to stroke you. They're good cars.
Yeah.
And people can hang on to them for a couple 100,000 miles.
You can. We
But
just
you
don't
want
want
them
you
back
to.
sooner.
Yeah. We want to kind of flush it out again. I'm
Yeah.
working on Heidi's dad right now.
You know what?
Yeah.
Mom just said, because
Yeah.
she picked me up yesterday, and I said again, I love this car. And
yeah.
she goes, we say all the time, it's one of our favorites. If not, she loves the way you can see over the hood. It's Telluride.
Yeah. Mhm.
She loves
Yeah.
all of the safety features with it telling you when something's in your blind spot. I mean, it's a good
And
car.
my kid loves the K4. Loves it.
Yeah.
Loves it.
K4
Loves
is
it.
just
It's
really-
interesting. We saw two coming back from Nashville, and Marshall said, "What is that?" I go, "That's a kid."
I know.
K4.
It grows on you.
Yeah.
I rented 2 cars. Let me tell you what I paid. I'm sick to my stomach.
Oh, in Florida?
Florida. I rented as an Expedition or something,
Yeah.
you know, and a Jeep. The Expedition, this is for 7 days.
Mm-hmm.
The Expedition was $1,300.
Whoa.
The Jeep was $1,100. It made me sick to my stomach.
Well, I'm going to Palm Springs at Thanksgiving, and I'm members of a couple of different companies and all that. And I go, we're just going to have to Uber.
Yeah.
We can't. This is too much.
And you said at the dealership, you just started this.
Yeah.
How's it going? You're renting cars.
Yeah, $39 a day.
You're
up
the
to
new
69.
Enterprise. You're the
I
new
wish.
Hertz.
But I mean, and I tried, you could get a tiny one for $770 a week, but but they were sold out. They were booked.
Yeah.
Take it or leave it. I mean, it was.
And you brought your whole family to Florida last
It's terrible. It's terrible.
Yeah. Could you do just do you have trucks as well if somebody needs to load some stuff, or you're not doing?
No,
yeah.
I'm just doing Kias.
Okay.
Yeah, just our current lineup.
Got
I
it.
got one of everything in there, 2 of everything, but yeah.
But a Telluride.
Heck yeah. The big one's a Carnival. If you're going somewhere, you
want to be comfortable.
You're going to the zoo for the weekend.
Yeah.
Kick the miles off yours. Use a Carnival. Use a Telluride and go.
Hook
$50.
your
It costs you
little
$100.
tiger tail to the back
do
of
whatever
it.
you want.
Yeah. And then
sticker it up. Go. I don't
How
care.
do you manage the gas on that? They got to bring it back.
Bring it back with
full?
what you put in. If we let you out at half, come. But I don't. If you don't, I'm not gonna call and put your credit card on. I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
So you're gonna get away with it. You know what I mean?
He's telling you right
should
now.
have told people. Yeah, but I mean, it's
That's too much to
crazy.
kind of
And I don't
nickel and dime.
If you can't fill the gas up, then that's your problem, not mine. Yeah, I'm good. I mean, I'm not going to do all that. Now, if I was in the rental business for real, and that it was, you'd have to because you're doing thousands of transactions. But I'm not going to nickel dime anybody. I'm hoping they're going to be honest and just put the gas in it.
It's one of the many reasons we love this man.
Well,
Big D.
I mean, I just think that's the right way to do it until. Like I said, this isn't my only thing,
Gig.
and I'm not trying to. I'd rather
You're not
trust,
selling the dealership and becoming a car rental
and
place.
I'd rather have the. I like if we trust each other enough to just do the right thing.
Yeah.
To me, I owned a kids resale shop back in the day, real quick, Josh, and I remember a lady came in and she forgot her purse, and this is back. I was in my early 20s, and I said, "Here, take the stuff and pay me tomorrow." Oh my God, she started crying, and that really touched me to go. She thinks I trust her, and I do. And if she doesn't come back, I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's where I'm at.
Because that's her issue, not a you
that's
issue.
not my problem.
Yeah.
I'm doing this because I want to, because you told me you'd be back. If you got to live with that. I don't care. So that's how I've kind of done it, huh?
That's what I was going to ask you. In 30 years of doing business, when you put your faith in humanity.
About $100,000 I'm out.
He's not joking.
I've got over $100,000 at Kia in deposits that people haven't paid me.
Yeah.
So I've tapered back on certain people, but I've got over 100,000.
I was going to say, have they more or less reaffirmed your faith in humanity?
The one, when I'm dealing with some of my clientele that I'm trying to help, and I say, "Yeah, pay me in a month," and I know up front they're probably not going to show up.
Yep.
So I already know that.
So you're not disappointed.
I'm not. I'm planning for it. It's structured in my deal that you're not going to pay me probably. But most of the time, for the normal person in the normal day, it always comes back. It just works because it's just that way. You and I were playing poker, and I gave that guy that money. Remember?
Yeah.
And he paid me back that night.
He hit a big one and gave it back right back.
And I believe if he wouldn't have, he would have called me and come by the store and paid me. I believe that.
Yeah. I love that. Somebody,
Yeah, and if they don't, then they got to live with that.
Yeah. On the text line, ask Darren, please, if I can get out of a lease. Only been in it 1 year,
Yes,
wanting to trade,
100%.
get out of my lease.
I did it for Bob. Were you in a lease, Bob? You were in the Jeep. What did a lease or a balloon or something? Yeah, it happens. In fact, my niece is in a Sportage right now. She's been in it for a year and a half, 45,000 miles. She's buying a pre-owned Bronco from us tomorrow in a lease.
Yeah.
A lease is no
It
different.
happens
You just
all
call
the time.
We call and get a payoff. We just treat it like a buy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, you get a pre-owned Bronco?
Yeah. We just trade. I just seen it when I got back.
It's not the white one?
Not the white one. Not yet.
You guys can actually reach Big D on his personal cell, 314-586-1333. And you can talk to him about redoing a loan, getting out of that lease, or even renting a car. We need to get a couple of you on the line right now because we got to give away some of Big D's money. That number is 314-931-5877.
Scott, remember when the Queen of Carpet and the Princess of Pile were flying around the arch selling flooring?
Andrea, that was the Queen of Carpet and the Princess of Tile.
Oh, that's right. But we don't need shtick here at Best Buy Flooring.
That's right, because our in-stock selection of carpet, carpet tile, sheet vinyl, laminate, hardwood, luxury vinyl plank, and luxury vinyl tile are already at low, low prices.
Come see us at our 3 area locations, North County, South County, and Metro East. Open 7 days a week.
Plus, free financing on approved credit. Best flooring, best selection, Best Buy Flooring.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textingterms.us. Texting enrolls you for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply. Reply, stop to opt out.
There's a lot on the line in divorce. This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, the largest family law firm in the country. When you find yourself facing divorce, you need a partner you can count on.
Connect with a local divorce attorney today. Text LEGAL66 to 323232. The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements. 600 Kelwood, St. Louis.
Diana from Newstetter's Fine Jewelers here to remind you, we don't just offer the best pieces, we offer one of the last master hand engravers in our country. My father can create timeless, personal, and unforgettable pieces. Come by our showroom at the corner of Big Ben and Doherty Ferry or learn more online at wowdiamonds.com.
Some of my fondest memories as a kid is heading down to the hardware store. You had to pick up a couple of nails, a couple of screws, maybe a gallon of paint, whatever it may be, right? It was your friendly neighborhood hardware store. Well, those don't exist anymore in St. Louis, except for Schnarr's Hardware. They have 2 locations in Webster Groves and in Clayton Road in Ladue. Schnarr's Hardware is that place where you go in and you can get that bucket of paint. You can get a couple screws. The advice is always free. And the one thing about Schnarr's Hardware that every single family hardware store used to have, and that is the smell. It smells like a hardware store. It's got the selection. I don't know how they do it. It's a small store, but they got everything you ever need. They got the paint. They got paint matching. They've got big green eggs. They've got screws and nails and everything a hardware store should have. Schnarr's Hardware, 2 locations, 1 great hardware store. Schnarr's Hardware, we'll see you there.
I don't know of anybody who hasn't been to Milo's. Located in the heart of the hill across from St. Ambrose Church, family-owned Milo's helps anchor the neighborhood. Here's owner Joe Balmer on what makes Milo's so iconic.
The secret to success at Milo's is that, and I'll be very honest with you, it's my wife, Susie. This is the way you do things. This is the way how you treat people. We treat them like family. That's why we've had employees for so long. And when people come in, they feel that. When you come in, we want to make it like your home. You're going to feel like there's no better place to be.
For great food, a great patio experience with the best bocce in town, visit Milo's Bocce Garden. And Milo's is available for private parties online at milosboccegarden.com.
A big KTRS shout out to Lacey Lumber, family owned and family operated since 1872. Lacey Lumber has built the St. Louis metropolitan area. They've worked with builders and contractors and homeowners. They provide building materials from soup to nuts. 2 hardware stores in Belleville ready to serve you. Millwork, insulating material, wallboard, roofing materials, you name it, Lacey Lumber can help because Lacey Lumber is just that much better. LaceyLumber.com.
Progressive presents Employee of the Month. Small Business Edition. Today's recipient from Lucky Larry's Landscaping, Larry! Larry saved his business money with a quick commercial auto quote from Progressive. Does it help he's his own marketing manager, accountant, executive assistant, and never been late? Technically, yes, but saving really put him over the edge. So, Larry, give Larry a round of applause. Be your own Larry. See if you could save in as little as 8 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Let's go! You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it.
But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
This is Mariah, third generation at Newsteaders Fine Jewelry. Buying an engagement ring can be intimidating. At Newsteaders, we ensure complete understanding of your purchase. We offer a choice in both lab and mine-grown diamonds and are able to work with any budget. Let our family help educate you on your choice at Big Ben and Doherty Ferry or at wowdiamonds.com.
You're listening to the Heidi Glaus Show with Josh Gilbert and Bob Ramsey on the Big 550 KTRS.
10 minutes before 5 o'clock. Let's check back in with Captain Paul. What do you see? All right, let's give some of Big D's money away. Josh, who do we have on the line?
All right, so we've got Greg on the phone, but I want to remind everybody we got a bunch of phone calls this week.
I
and a lot
love
of people
it.
that want to play and take Darren's money, and basically this is a handout, right?
Yeah,
Nobody
basically.
loses, right?
It's a fun one, though.
Yes, it is a fun one.
Mhm.
But if you're not Greg and you called in, then call in next week because we need more winners. So
do.
for all those people who didn't get through today, try again next time.
Well, this morning on the Today Show, they played a TV theme song, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so good. And it brings back so many memories. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to play a tune, Greg. You tell us the TV show. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, now, Greg, before we get into
Oh,
this
yes.
and all of your excitement that, you're going to show us,
forgot
Big
about
D
this
has
part.
a question for you.
I'm going to go to Josh on this one.
Hey, Greg, where'd you grow up at?
Southeast Missouri.
Oh, now, Greg, where?
Heidi Town.
Yeah.
Where?
Yeah, around Poplar Bluff, Missouri.
Okay, I'm from New Madrid, so, right there on the Current
yeah.
River. Very cool.
About 16 miles away.
Okay.
Can I say something, Heidi?
Yeah.
Bob said something I was driving over, and he mentioned Fantasy Island, the TV
Oh,
show.
yes, the plane. Boss, the plane.
Wouldn't that be great to be able to do that once?
To go to Fantasy
Yeah,
Island.
just have a fantasy.
To be a visitor or to be Ricardo Montalban?
Well, either one. But the
Yeah.
visitor,
The visitor.
Well, you could plan out a fantasy and it
Uh-huh.
comes. Oh my God,
That'd
be great. That is a great
That's
idea.
a great idea.
Maybe that's your next adventure.
Yes.
What are the weirdos that he would get coming through and he goes, nah, we're not doing that. We're not doing that.
What a great show. What a great show.
What if somebody wrote something weird about tattoo?
Okay, we got to get back to Greg.
Tattoo, this is business.
Greg, should we do $50 here
Whatever you
a
think.
song?
Whatever you think.
All
yeah.
right, $50 a song. We're gonna play this, TV theme song. You tell us what TV show it comes from.
All right, I'll give it a shot.
All right.
Magnum PI.
You got it.
Right.
Tom Selleck
All right.
as Thomas Magnum, a private investigator living in Hawaii. It was on from 1980 to 88.
Wow. His
on
name
CBS.
is Thomas Magnum?
Yeah.
Was it?
Uh-huh.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
it was. It was. All right, we got another one for you. You got $50, Greg. Here we go with another one.
Okay.
Greg, any ideas on that one?
I'm thinking on that one.
Okay.
Not quite sure.
I think the dad in the show wrote the theme song.
Alan Thicke. wrote quite a few theme songs, actually.
With his wife, Gloria Loring.
Oh.
Right?
Gloria Loring.
Mm-hmm.
What was
She
that
wasn't
one?
in the show.
Oh, is that
Alan Thicke wrote.
Growing Pains?
Yeah! Look at you.
Oh, I can't believe I got.
Very nicely done.
Kirk Cameron, the hunky teen, that was on ABC from
Hunky
85 to
teen.
92. I might have had a picture of him up, which is so weird
That's-
now.
that is weird.
Yeah. All right, Greg, we got one more for you, and I did love this show very much.
It
Yeah.
would be more weird. You having it up at your house or Josh having it up at his?
That is true.
I had the same
and we
picture.
both did. That's right. All right, you got $100. Should we just make this 200?
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
If you get this
Oh,
one right,
wow.
you got $200, Greg.
No tension.
Yes.
Okay.
God.
I think this is tough.
Well, if Greg grew up in Poplar Bluff, the woman who wrote this show also grew up in Poplar Bluff.
Good
No.
hint.
Really?
Hint.
Yeah.
Oh, you're kidding me.
No. Linda Bloodworth Thomas wrote this show. It's kind of misadventures of four women. They're handyman. They run a design firm in Atlanta.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
A handyman.
designing women?
Yes! Delta Bird,
Yeah.
Dixie Carter, Annie Potts, and Jean Smart. Yeah, 86
Jean
to 93.
Smart,
She was
yeah.
so good.
I didn't know she was from Poplar Bluff.
The woman who wrote it, Linda Thomas Bloodworth or Linda
Yeah.
Bloodworth. Yeah, she was from Poplar Bluff. So how about that?
Oh,
We
wow.
wrapped it all together, Greg.
Oh, amazing.
And now you're getting
Thank you guys
$200.
so much.
Greg, just remember that HW Kia is the place if you need to go get service, if you're looking for a new car. Big D's
Rental,
got you
right?
covered. Yep, rental.
Absolutely. I like the way Darren rose.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do too. So,
Me too.
Greg, hang on the line for a second. Josh is going to tell you what to do next. Somebody on the text line, Big D sounds like he's a good man.
There
Too
we
bad
go.
there are not many businessmen like him anymore. There was a time when a handshake
Was enough.
and your word was golden, and those times are long gone. Not
Yeah.
with Darren Woodford, with Big D
You see,
and
that's what
HW
people
Kia.
feel like is going away with this Cracker Barrel thing. You know, the handshake deals.
Yeah.
The sitting on the porch, rocking in a rocking chair.
You're talking about Madrid.
Yeah.
Let's go,
That's-
Josh.
Let's
Call
do
Heidi in
it.
for breakfast.
We need to slow things down
a little bit. Heidi.
That's right. I'm coming in. Big D, we love you. Thank you for your generosity.
All right, we're gonna get fired, Josh.
Yep.
probably.
Most people think if I name my husband as beneficiary, everything's going to be okay, and that's not necessarily true.
I'm Scott Garcia with Premier Estate and Income Planning.
What am I doing taking care of people after somebody has passed and all the mess that comes with that?
And I'm Jennifer Cermak, Chief Counsel and Estate Planning Attorney of Premier Estate and Income Planning.
No longer is the attorney the gatekeeper to your lives.
Let us show you how to protect your assets, avoid probate, and retire with confidence.
Having an estate plan could be the most important document you could ever have.
The Premier Income and Estate Planning Show, this Saturday at 4 and this Sunday morning at 7 on the Big 550 KTRS.
Hi, it's Jill Farmer for Premier Heating and Cooling. Summer temps sure put our air conditioners to the test. A few years ago, before I knew about Premier Heating and Cooling, our air conditioner was on its last legs. We decided to push the envelope and try to limp through another St. Louis summer before replacing it. We went away on vacation and came back to discover our air conditioning unit had gone on the fritz while we were gone, and we ended up with all kinds of trouble, including warped wood floors. That delay in replacing our worn-out unit was an expensive mistake. If you're limping through and you know it's time for a replacement unit, our friends at Premier Heating and Cooling can take care of you and even work with you on financing. Or if you haven't taken the time to really get your air conditioner checked out and make sure it's operating at peak efficiency, which will really help on your bills and help with the life of your air conditioning unit, Premier Heating and Cooling is the place to go. Excellent rating with the Better Business Bureau. So many of their new customers are referred by happy customers like me. PremierHeatingCooling.net. 636-916-1122.
Are you retired? Are you thinking about retiring? Who is helping you with retirement? Might be time to check out the show When Retirement Happens, hosted by Kevin Lloyd of Legacy Wealth Advisors. Saturday at 1, Sunday at noon. on the Big 550 KTRS.
The Big 550.
KTRS, St. Louis.
ABC News, I'm Michelle Franzen. In Minneapolis, a deadly mass shooting today at Cristo Rey Jesuit High School. Police say one person was killed, 6 others wounded. Chief Brian O'Hara describing the attack as a deeply troubling act of violence.
In the middle of the day, a gunman armed with a high-velocity .223 rifle opened fire on a group of people on the sidewalk.
The motive is unknown. Police say they're still searching for the gunman. President Trump at his cabinet meeting today touted his administration's crackdown on crime in Washington, D.C., saying he may deploy National Guard troops to other cities. The president says he also backs the death penalty for murders in the nation's capital.
Anybody murders something in the capital, capital punishment, capital punishment. If somebody kills somebody in the capital, Washington, D.C., we're going to be seeking the death penalty.
President Trump moving to fire Federal Reserve Board member Lisa Cook, claiming allegations she filed mortgage applications on 2 properties in 2021 before she joined the Fed, stating each was her primary residence. Cook denies the claims. ABC's Perry Russum has more.
This is a historic move. The first time a president has tried to remove a member of the Federal Reserve's Board of Governors. We do know, according to Lisa Cook's attorney, that they will be filing a lawsuit. He calls this an illegal action, and theoretically, this could go all the way up to the Supreme Court.
Eli Lilly releasing stage 3 data on their weight loss pill. The company says it acts much like injectable weight loss medications like Ozempic. Here's ABC News medical correspondent Dr. Darren Sutton.
This is phase 3 clinical trials. They looked at those with a history of diabetes who are either overweight or obese, and they followed them for about a year and a half. And they found that those who used the highest dose lost on average 23 pounds, about 11%.
Other companies are also fine-tuning oral weight loss drugs. You're listening to ABC News.
What are you doing every day to support your liver? If you enjoy sweets, fast food, alcohol, or take any medications, that's a vital question to ask. Hi, I'm Sherry Torkas, pharmacist and health author. For over 30 years, I've helped people make informed decisions about their health, especially concerning prevention and long-term wellness. Supporting your liver isn't just a wellness trend, it's a daily essential. That's why I recommend Active Liver by New Nordic. It's made with plant-based ingredients like milk thistle, turmeric, and globe artichoke, herbs clinically studied for their protective and restorative effects on the liver. Active Liver blends traditional herbal wisdom with modern scientific research. Not all supplements are created equal. I trust Active Liver because it's backed by science, meets strict quality standards, and delivers true daily liver support.
Protect your liver and give it the support that it deserves by making Active Liver from New Nordic part of your daily wellness routine. Find Active Liver in stores at your local CVS, Meijer Grocery, or online at Amazon or newnordicusa.com.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
78 degrees at 5:03 with KTRS News. I'm Steve Potter. Missourians could see even higher utility bills after several new laws take effect on Thursday. Among the dozens of new statutes is a significant change in state utility law that consumer advocates warn will raise electric bills by at least $600 annually for most St. Louis residents. Key to the projected increase in bills is a policy change allowing companies to change ratepayers, or that is to charge ratepayers for construction projects while they are being built instead of waiting until they're completed. The Illinois Commerce Commission is encouraging Ameren, Illinois customers to comment on the utility's proposed natural gas rate increase at a pair of public hearings this week. Wednesday's meeting will be held in Springfield, and a meeting in East St. Louis will be held Thursday beginning at 7 p.m. at the New Life Community Church on State Street. A Cole County judge has denied temporary restraining orders in a school choice case. The Missouri National Education Association had sought the restraining order against House Bill 12. The legislation would give more than $51 million to the Missouri Empowerment Scholarship Accounts Program, for families to use on private school tuition. Layoffs are currently underway at Edward Jones.
Employees began receiving layoff notices yesterday as the company moves forward with its workforce reduction, which was announced back in March. The layoffs impact Edward Jones employees across the United States and Canada, including at the company's headquarters in De Pere. Edward Jones hasn't said how many employees will be impacted by the layoffs. Jill Enders, KTRS News.
Metro Transit will be making schedule adjustments to 14 Metro bus routes in Missouri and Illinois as part of the quarterly service change. Those changes go into effect September 8th. You can find out more online at metrostlouis.org/service change. Missouri is closing a loophole that allowed minors to get married.
For years, the minimum age to get married in Missouri was 15. Then it was raised to 16 years old in 2018. Teens had to get permission from at least one parent, and their spouse had to be under 21. That all changes this week. On August 28th, anyone getting married in Missouri must be at least 18. Missouri joins 15 other states in eliminating underage marriage. The bill faced minimal opposition in the Missouri legislature. Sobe Bay, KTRS News.
And dates for this year's Forest Park Balloon Race have been set for September 19th and 20th. The event began in 1973 and now features more than 50 hot air balloon pilots and draws thousands of spectators. The event also features vendors, live music, and fireworks. This KTRS Business Minute brought to you by Walter Knoll Florist, the place for all your floral needs. You can place your order anytime at WKF.com. A new music center is opening in the Grand Center. The Sovereign on Washington Avenue will open September 12th and host performances as part of the Music at the Intersection Festival. The new venue will also be able to accommodate up to 1,200 people. Time now to take a look at the markets, brought to you by JBL Financial. Tune in to Straight Talk on Retirement, Saturday mornings from 9 to 11. In the markets at close, the Dow 135 points at 4,518, NASDAQ up 94, 21,544, the S&P 500 26 at 6,460. Time now for sports and traffic, so let's check in with Paul.
Meep, meep.
We're looking for sunny skies for the rest of the day. Clear overnight, a low of 58. Partly cloudy tomorrow with a high of 81. At 5:08, we currently have sunshine, 78 degrees at the Gold Tower at Westport. Steve Potter, KTRS News, the talk of St. Louis.
Congratulations to John Beal Roofing. Want to give them a shout out. They've been a sponsor of the show through thick and through thin for coming up on 20 years. And their message has remained the same all these 20 years. Make sure you call someone local. With all the storms that have been in the area over the last couple of months, it's been busy, and a lot of out-of-towners are coming in. They sure are nice, but you know what? They'll take half your money, and you never see them again. Somebody from the insurance industry told me, make sure you call local. I told them I was well-schooled. John Beal Roofing will guarantee you the best price. They'll work with your insurance company to make sure you get the claim you deserve to fix it and fix it right. Roofing, siding, gutters, all storm damage. John Beal Roofing will take care of it. Keep it local and keep it John Beal. Keep it in the family for 20 plus years. John Beal Roofing, 1-800-NEW-ROOF or johnbealroofing.com.
You're listening to the Heidi Glaus Show with Josh Gilbert and Bob Ramsey on the Big 550 KTRS.
I think mid 70s throughout the 80s, that was the best for TV theme
The heyday.
songs. Yeah.
I think that song hit the charts, I believe.
Did it really?
I think Welcome Back, Kotter was on the charts for a while.
You know, I could probably get a whole mixtape, a full CD album's worth of songs that hit the charts that were TV theme songs.
I used to have the best TV theme
Did you
songs. I
really?
had two different ones, and I
really?
loved it. I loved playing the game of Guess That Theme Song.
Well, two of them that were, I think we talked about this before, that were instrumental show themes.
Jan Hammer?
No, earlier, that made the charts, Hawaii Five-0 and Rockford Files.
Rockford Files.
Both those were on the charts, and they were really good.
Rockford Files is one of my favorite theme songs. You could really rock out to that. But Martin Kilcoyne used to be on these airwaves, and he told me, or maybe it was Carney, they were talking about it one day. Somebody owned the 45 for the SWAT theme song.
No.
From the TV show SWAT.
That's hilarious.
Yeah,
That's
the
really
record
good.
store. Hey, you got that SWAT theme song? Yeah, we got it back here.
Well, while we're talking about entertainment, and I'll get to entertainment news a little later. Funniest movies of the last 50 years. And Collider.com thinks they figured it out, and they put together their top 10.
So this would be 75.
And through the
to now.
1975 through now.
Yeah. So
I wonder why they would do that. Why wouldn't they say funniest movie of all time?
I think you just, you
They
could
just picked 50 years as kind of a round deal.
Yeah. You want to name a couple?
Airplane.
Airplane
has
is
to be,
absolutely on the list.
what number is it?
Number 1.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
I'm trying to think of their list, not my list.
Right.
Caddyshack. It's got to be on there.
It's not in the top 10.
Let's see. Ghostbusters.
When did Monty Python Holy Grail come out?
That was early, right? Well, it might have been late 70s.
Is that on the list?
Mm-mm. The Anchorman, the legend of Ron Burgundy, number 10.
What about, is Dodgeball on there?
Dodgeball is not in the top 10. A Fish Called Wanda. I don't remember it being that funny.
It's pretty funny.
It
It's
is?
a
Okay.
good movie.
I think I need to see it again. That's at number 9.
Christopher Guest movie.
Kevin Kline.
Kevin Kline.
Absolutely slays it. He's so good.
Is it Sigourney Weaver or is it his wife,
No,
Jamie Lee Curtis?
It's Jamie Lee Curtis.
Jamie
Yeah.
Lee Curtis.
Yeah.
And she kind of credits that with her kind of switch
Yes.
from horror movies, right?
Right.
And making her more Superbad, which
Superbad was really good.
it was.
Yeah.
The Life of Brian.
Life of Brian is the Monty
That's a
Python
Monty
group.
Python
Okay.
It's a good movie. I wouldn't have it on my list, but
it's a
good movie.
Clerks.
I did
Clerks.
not like it.
Too quirky.
When I saw it at the theater, I loved it because it was so different. I don't think it holds up as well.
I thought Mallrats was better.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
but I give it respect for what it did and kind of changed the look of comedies.
All right. Holy Grail came out in April 27th, 1975. Maybe August was the cutoff.
Yeah. Otherwise,
August
it
of
should
75.
be. Otherwise, it should be on there.
Should
You're
be
right.
up there. Yeah. It's better than Life of Brian.
It is.
The Big Lebowski.
Oh,
is number 5.
How could I forget?
I just didn't think they would put it on there. It's hard to say when you've been around as long as I have. It's my all-time favorite comedy.
It is.
It's my number 1.
Okay.
It's one of my favorite movies, period.
Yeah, absolutely.
Bridesmaid at number 4, which I do think that was a funny
It's
one.
really good.
I think it's really funny. You know, Kristen Wiig's character was kind of a loser, and it was hard to
Total
root for
loser.
her.
Yeah.
It almost kind of ruined it, but the funny stuff was so funny.
Well, Melissa McCarthy.
Oh my God!
Is just
when they go to
queen.
the dress shop
Yes.
after the Mexican restaurant.
Uh-huh.
Oh, come
How about
on.
when Kristen Wiig gets fired from the jewelry store because she's John with that
with the
teenager?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
The Birdcage at number 3.
Wonderful
Of course.
film. Wonderful.
This is Spinal Tap at number 2.
That's great.
And
I'd
then
have to go
Airplane.
back and try to watch that. See if it
Spinal
holds
Tap
up.
is really good. Really almost kind of invented the mockumentary.
Yeah.
You know, Woody Allen did a couple things like that with Zelig and a few others, but I think Spinal Tap really was groundbreaking.
So when's the new one coming out? Have they said when the new Spinal
I don't know if
Tap?
they've said for sure when it's coming out, but it is in the process of being filmed right now, which is
I got to tell you, Michael McKean, I don't know. Harry Shearer's looking a little.
They are old.
Yeah. I mean, I bet they're in their 80s.
But look at the Rolling Stones.
Yeah.
Do they
that's
look worse
true.
than those guys? No.
I don't think so.
I saw a picture of Bruce Springsteen. He went back to a deli in New Jersey with all of his old high school.
Springsteen still looks pretty good.
He looks great, but he's wearing just a windbreaker. He blends in with the other, we say it. He blends in with the other old guys.
Yeah.
But I think the Rolling Stones with their haircuts and their outfits,
And the scarves and
it kind of makes them look younger than what they are. I bet if you woke Ron Wood up one day,
Put him in a windbreaker.
Yeah, I'd be like, who's this guy? Oh, that's a Rolling Stone.
Oh, whatever.
Is it? Well, I'll tell you, you can kind of do your best to fight age when you work with Premier U. Now, I turned to Premier U for weight loss, and I got to tell you, I am feeling even wiser about it because Serena Williams just revealed that she's been using one of the medications as well. And let's be honest, we're talking about a woman who was one of the best athletes in the world. And she said, never was I able to get the weight I needed to no matter what I did. Like, I knew how to train. She's a professional athlete, and something changed after she had her kids. And she said, no matter how much I trained, it was crazy because I'd never been at a place like that in my life where I would work so hard, eat so healthy, and just couldn't get to where I needed to be. And that's, obviously not exactly the same because it's Serena Williams and yours truly, but I was doing the same thing. I was lifting weights. I was doing my walks or on the treadmill or getting on the bike, and nothing was changing when it came to either my belt loop or the scale. And then Premier U said, wait a minute, let's figure this out. And that's what we did. So I turned to them for the medical weight loss, but there's so many other things. I would like to point out, though, that it's not just, take this shot and then be gone. It's really just one tool. It kind of helps curb your appetite. It also helps with inflammation. It does, I'm sure, a few other things to your body, the way it helps break down food. But then you still put in the work. You still make the proper choices when it comes to whatever you're eating. You still get your workout in because Premier U wants you to be strong. They want you to maintain that muscle. But Premier U does more than weight loss. They do hormone replacement therapy. They can help increase your libido. They can do microneedling or PRP hair restoration, functional medicine to help treat thyroid disorder, headaches, even gastro issues. So if you're ready to kind of tweak whatever it is you've been doing and get back to feeling like you again, Premier U. There are 2 locations, one in Swansea, Illinois, another in South County. You can go online, premiermed.com, or call them at 618-750-LIFE. premiermed.com.
Your dentures no longer fit? Maybe you're missing a tooth or several teeth. Visit Dr. Bowen for Simply Secure Dentures and Dental Implants, the cutting-edge, high-quality dental implants that replace all the teeth in your mouth, and it starts as low as $7,000, not the $35,000 that others charge. If you're only missing a few teeth, Dr. Bowen can permanently replace those with something you don't have to take in and out of your mouth. Learn more at simplysecuredentures.com and get the care you need and the teeth you want at Bowen Dental Care or simplysecuredentures.com.
I don't know what kind of advice you got from your mother, but my mother always said, you know what? Take care of your skin. You get one shot at it. And that's why the Only Facial has become a part of my routine, taking care of my skin, because they do one facial. It's one price, $125, no tipping allowed. And here's what you get. You get 11 different things. So you get brow shaping, dermaplaning, microdermabrasion, a chemical peel, massage, high frequency, and it just goes on from there. But I want to make sure that you know that you can get this all over St. Louis. It's called the Only Facial. It's fantastic and luxurious and so reasonably priced. They now have a new location in Frontenac, right there at Conway and Lindbergh by the Shack. So go on in and see them, whether you're in South County, Clayton, all over the place. Find out online at theonlyfacial.com.
Are you or a family member needing to sell your home? Then call me, Mike Robinson with Robank Properties. I will buy your home in any condition and always as is. Call me at 314-283-0867. That's 314-283-0867. No contingencies, no inspections, just cold hard cash. I'll save you time and money. So make that call now and let me buy your house. RobankProperties.com. That's ROBANG properties.com.
Hey, it's Julie Buck for our friends at Triad Bank. They are a full-service financial institution, and they've been in St. Louis for over 20 years with 2 locations, one at Clayton and Lindbergh, and the other one just west of 270 on Olive. If you've got your own business and you want to have a better banking experience, look no further than Triad Bank. Their mission is to provide a wide range of commercial and personal banking services to you and your business. For more, go to triadbanking.com. It's Julie Buck here for AAA Travel. Let's talk about their featured vacations. Exclusive AAA Travel curated trips that offer unique travel opportunities, value, experiences that are not usually available off the shelf with other travel agencies or providers. One of the many featured vacation experiences offer a unique side of Italy on a guided tour featuring the treasures of Rome and stunning beauty of the Amalfi Coast. One-of-a-kind experiences with amazing savings. You're going to love this. For more, go to AAA.com/featured vacation.
Your dentures no longer fit. Maybe you're missing a tooth or several teeth. Visit Dr. Bowen for Simply Secure Dentures and Dental Implants. The cutting-edge, high-quality dental implants that replace all the teeth in your mouth. And it starts as low as $7,000, not the $35,000 that others charge. If you're only missing a few teeth, Dr. Bowen can permanently replace those with something you don't have to take in and out of your mouth. Learn more at simplysecuredentures.com and get the care you need and the teeth you want at Bowen Dental Care or simplysecuredentures.com.
Jewels on Hampton pays some of the highest prices on gold, silver, diamonds, coins, collect sports memorabilia. JewelsOnHampton.com.
Galmish & Sons have been providing quality heating and cooling services since 1950. They work exclusively with Lennox, the preferred choice of St. Louis homeowners. Call Galmish & Sons for your next Lennox HVAC installation and service. 314-993-1110.
Stop feeling embarrassed about thinning hair and start looking and feeling your best with Hair Growth by New Nordic. Available online at Amazon, Walmart.com, and NewNordicUSA.com, or at your local CVS.
You're listening to the Heidi Glaus Show with Josh Gilbert and Bob Ramsey on the Big 550 KTRS.
This is the SWAT theme
Oh,
song.
yeah. You don't have to tell me.
I could get the 45 of this.
I do remember that good chart as well. Yeah.
Here's my question. What's the B-side?
Good question.
Well, we're not talking about car chases. We're talking about Southwest Airlines, and they're making another change. Alex Stone, ABC News correspondent in LA, joins us with that. This is all about plus-size passengers, and I don't know how I feel about it.
Yeah, and it goes in line with everything else that they're doing. And you remember all the other changes where they're becoming a mainline airline. And because low-cost carriers have been hurting, they need to find ways to make money. Spirit is saying they may not exist in the coming years.
Whoa.
They may have to sell off aircraft to keep flying and to make up some money. Frontier has made changes. And Southwest has had issues in this environment where the mainline, Delta, American, United, they're doing quite well as customer preferences have changed and people want to spend a little bit more to get more. And so Southwest going mainline now, they expect to make $1 billion a year just off of bag fees. And that's
Whoa.
just $1 billion flowing in that they weren't otherwise getting. And on the most recent earnings call, executives saying,
to think that in less than 100 days, we're rolling these different things out and they will ramp up as the year goes on and into next year. They create additional free cash flow for us that gives us the ability to also return capital to shareholders.
So now add to it, just revealed that Southwest will no longer give plus-sized passengers a second seat for free. And Southwest has kind of become, and not a lot of people know that the option has been there, but the airline of choice for larger customers because they could get 2 seats for the price of one.
I had no
But-
idea.
Yeah,
Neither, and
that-
I always fly Southwest.
Yeah, and they could go up to the counter and say, "Hey, look, I don't fit into a seat," and as long as there is a seat available on board, it would always happen, and they would sometimes allow it to make it work if they didn't have a seat by moving people around. But beginning in January 27th, I believe, they're going to make plus size passengers buy a second seat when they book their ticket if they want it, and you can get it refunded if you get on board and there is another seat open where you could make the argument, well, other people got open seats next to them, that then you're able to, for 90 days, go back to Southwest and get a refund. But otherwise, to get it and know you're going to get it, you got to book it and pay for it ahead of time. And this is part of the assigned seating and what the new seat rules will be and everything. And the exec saying,
and we are making rapid progress to sell and operate assigned and premium seating, which will bring many of our initiatives together.
And this puts Southwest in line with every other airline that if you need a second seat, Southwest was on an island on this one. All the others say, if you need a second seat, you got to pay for a second seat and you don't get it for free. So there are flyers who say Southwest was the last hope for plus size customers and they're discouraged by this. But it'll be the same thing that every other airline is, that if you're going to go on any airline but Southwest at this point, if you need a second seat, you're going to have to pay for it.
But Alex, this is where the queasiness comes in. Remember that water park where the person got to the top and they had her step on a scale and they said, "You're too big. You have to get off the ride." That was for safety purposes. I buy a ticket and I go up to the counter and they say, "You're too big. You need to buy another ticket." And maybe they're all sold out, or maybe I'm standing in front of everybody and I have to buy another ticket because I'm too big.
Yeah, and Southwest is going to have to figure out how they're going to do this, but every other airline has always done it this way. And there is some way to figure it out. I would guess that quite a bit of the time, the person wanting the second seat is the person who's going to be sitting in that seat, that they know for comfort that it is better if they have 2 seats. So they may know going into it that they need to have 2 seats. I'm sure there are going to be judgment calls by flight attendants and gate agents where, if you have the people sitting around the person pressed up against the wall, that's not going to work. So they're going to have to figure it out. But every other airline, at least in the U.S., has figured that out over time. And now Southwest is going to have to figure it out as well.
I know I've had friends in the past, they just don't fly. I mean, it is one of those things that's unfortunate, but, they know it's going to be uncomfortable and it's not fun for them.
Yeah, and you look at it from a business standpoint, and if you need 2 seats on a business side, you would say pay for 2 seats. And that's kind of where the airlines come from, that is a seat that they could sell to somebody else and make that $300 off of. But, this is a big change for larger Southwest customers who don't want to pay double the price and have gone to Southwest just for that. This is an abrupt move that they're making.
And Alex, I do want to talk about the business. You're kind of the airline guy over there at ABC News. We keep hearing, it's a record day at the airports. Oh, a record weekend, record. But you make it sound like these airlines are struggling to pay their bills.
The low-cost carriers, or at least the ultra-low-cost ones, are that they have seen their customer demand disappear. There's a lot of other factors that come into it, of fuel prices and labor prices, and you got pilots who, good for them that they've worked out these deals where they're making $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 a year. It's a very well-paying job, but that costs the airlines more money. So there's a lot of different factors, but one of the big things, the reason why the ultra and just low-cost carriers are now adding in either first-class sections or kind of pseudo first class or Southwest extra legroom, is because customers are showing, coming out of the pandemic, that they want to pay for that nicer experience. They want clubs. There's talk that Southwest may one day have airport clubs, that people are saying they want extra room. They want first class. They want assigned seating. They don't want the cattle call. That in the customer preferences change over time, and maybe they'll go back to, for a while we were in, give me a $15 seat and then charge me individually for everything. And it never was $15. In the end, it was almost equal to what you would pay going on another airline. But people are, the customer base and the economics of today are saying this is what they want.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how it works, because I chose Southwest for a number of reasons out of St. Louis on the travel I do, mostly in the wintertime. But what's interesting is if they're going to be like everybody else, now I'm there's no reason to be loyal. I've just got to find the best deal and the best thing. The thing that helps them is they have I guess it's a secondary hub here in St. Louis. Going back 25 years ago, TWA had a hub here, and it was a little difference in them competing against each other. So I am really curious to see how my ticket buying habits will be moving forward. I think this will be very interesting to study.
Yeah, and how do they set themselves apart? They say it's going to be the onboard experience, more relaxed. Yeah, what has always made them something that's attractive to customers. But is that enough to keep people coming back? And granted, a lot of it is where you live. If you live in Denver, you're probably United. San Francisco, Newark, all that, you're going to be United. If you're in New York, you're probably in actual New York, not in Newark, New Jersey, you're probably Delta. If you're in Atlanta, you're Delta. So a lot of it is just that where you can go on an airline based on where you live. But there are going to be those who have a real choice of do they go this airline or do they go that airline, and will they stay with Southwest?
Yeah, well, I guess we will just see what happens next. Alex Stone, ABC News correspondent in LA. Thank you.
You got it. Thanks, guys.
Well, we are moving right along on this Tuesday afternoon. Captain Paul, how's traffic moving?
All right, we were just talking about it, but I looked it up. This is Spinal Tap 2. Spinal Tap 2, The End Continues, September 12th, 2025. Oh. So just a couple weeks.
2 weeks.
From now. Just a couple weeks from now. Michael McKeon, 77. Christopher Guest, 77. Harry Shearer, 81. So they are all, they're all retirement age. They could have retired a long time ago.
Oh, yeah.
But I guess when you're making funny movies with your best friends, why would you ever retire? Me, I can't wait. I can't wait to tell you people so long. I'll still do the yard sale because those are my people there, the yarders.
Oh, we're not.
But you people,
No. Okay.
I'm out of here. And if I win this lottery tomorrow night, ooh, baby.
Not a single number. Isn't it amazing when the numbers get called and you don't even get a one right?
Well, maybe playing Powerball is not a good retirement plan, but Jeff Zufo, he is.
Not a gamble.
It's not a gamble. He can set you up. He can crunch the numbers. And frankly, I could crunch numbers all day long. But when I bring my plans to Jeff, he goes, Josh, you missed that. Josh, you missed that over there as well. And also this thing you're doing right now is actually technically illegal. So Jeff will keep you within the guardrails of the law. There's a new tax code, that big, beautiful bill. Guess what? That's a tax bill. And we've got new tax laws that are currently on the books, acting up right now, and that'll be taking place in the next couple of years. So now we got a new tax law. How do we take advantage of it? You call Jeff Zufall at Capital Advisory Group, 636-394-5524, 636-394-5524. We do a show on Saturdays at 3. There's a replay every other Sunday at 7 a.m. Capital Advisory GRP is the website. What are you waiting for? Retirement is right around the corner just for you. And Jeff Zufall can help you get there.
And now, KTRS weather from the John Beal Roofing Weather Desk.
I'm First Alert 4 Chief Meteorologist Steve Templeton. We've got another cool night tonight, low down to 55. Now, the record's 51, so no record, but still a nice cool and crisp start to the day. It's a little warmer the rest of the week, but nothing too hot. It looks really nice. A high of 80 degrees on Wednesday under partly cloudy skies and light winds. Turns a little cloudy Wednesday night into Thursday morning, but we stay dry, and then we'll break out in a little more sunshine Thursday afternoon with a high of 82. That's the latest from the First Alert 4 Weather Center. I'm Chief Meteorologist Steve Templeton for the Big 550 KTRS.
John Bill Roofing is the home of the lowest price roofing guarantee. Get a free estimate today at johnbealroofing.com.
Electricity is very important because if you don't have electricity, you're sitting in the dark in more ways than one. And when the lights go out for one last time, maybe, just maybe, you want a whole home generator. Well, that's where Michael Baldy comes in, because Michael Baldy can do that. He's putting in a whole home generator for a friend of mine on the hill. Whether you live on the hill or a brand new home, at some point you're going to need some electrical help, and that's where Michael Baldy comes in. He's been an electrician since 1996, and he has a full team of electricians who will help you every single step of the way, whether it's a whole home generator, maybe some extra plugs for the Christmas lights, maybe it's something in the basement, something in the attic, maybe the garage, doesn't matter. Whether it's an old Victorian home or a brand new commercial building, indoor or out, Michael Baldy, the electrician, has got to be on your phone. Put him on your speed dial, 314-968-9999, 314-968-9999. You can thank me later. Michael Baldy, BaldyElectric.com.
When you want to send flowers to a loved one for a birthday, anniversary, or that special occasion, call your friends at Walter Knoll Florist. Walter Knoll is family-owned and operated and offers custom designs by expert designers. A huge inventory and selection that only the largest florist can offer, with quality and care that no grocery store florist can meet. They have several locations in the St. Louis metro area to serve you. Order online today at WKF.com. That's WKF.com. Walter Knoll Florist, your personal florist since 1883.
Repairing chimneys, walkways, porches, foundations, entire homes, anything to do with Pointer you can trust. And that, of course, is Morelli. Morelli is a family-run business started in 1991, and they're only as good as their last customer. That's why when you check out the reviews online at MorelliTuckPointing.com, you'll notice that they're actual customers who are singing the praises of Morelli. So if you need a tuck pointer, you need Morelli. 314-645-1387 or MorelliTuckPointing.com.
It's time to celebrate summer the Southern Illinois way at the DeCoin State Fair from August 22nd through Labor Day. Enjoy thrilling rides, toe-tapping concerts, sizzling fair food, and good old-fashioned fun for the whole family. Catch professional wrestling, blue ribbon bake-offs, and meet your favorite farm animals. Whether you're here for the car show or corn dogs, DeCoin's got the magic. So pack up the family. Adventure awaits at the DeCoin State Fair.
I'm Farmer Dave, and here's my good friend and owner of MasterCars Inc., Alex Rosenberger, with today's hot MasterCars Inc. deals.
Thanks, Farmer Dave. Summer may be winding down, but that means the great weather is moving in. Time to get the convertibles, motorcycles, and sports cars out. We're selling them at a brisk pace. As a result, we need to buy even more of them. You have a very clean, classic, collectible, convertible, sports car, or even an everyday car you want to sell. How about an entire collection? We'll buy it all. And if we're buying them, of course, we sell them too. Check out our site for some of the finest hand-picked vehicles for sale in the country. Ours are that good. Give us a look. It'll be worth your time.
So rev that motor and point your car in the direction of MasterCars Inc. and buy or sell today. 4100 Namioki Road in Granite City, or visit MasterCarsInc.com to get more details. That's MasterCarsInc.com.
One of the great things about living in St. Louis are the great hospitals, and none better than Cardinal Glennon Children's Hospital. It is a special place, and if you don't believe me, talk to any parent who's had a child who was treated at Cardinal Glennon, and you will see the pride in their face. So for all of the doctors and nurses and staff at Cardinal Glennon Children's Hospital, we thank you for all the work you do day in and day out. To find out more about SSM Health, Cardinal Glennon Children's Hospital, glennon.org. That's glennon.org.
You're listening to the Heidi Glaus Show with Josh Gilbert and Bob Ramsey on the Big 550 KTRS.
Let's talk a little entertainment news, and you know the story we have to start with. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce
I almost forgot.
are engaged. They announced the news in a joint post on Instagram alongside several photos earlier today. She wrote, "Your English teacher and your gym teacher are getting married," which I do think is pretty cute.
Yeah.
He popped the question with a ring he designed with Kindred Lubbock of Artifacts Fine Jewelry. The stone is an old mine brilliant cut, which I had no idea what it was and had to go look at it. And of course, she's showing it off in a series of photos announcing the big news. The first engagement photo is of him proposing on bended knee, and she kind of lovingly rests one hand on his face. Another shows the pair embracing and sitting on a bench underneath a pink and white floral trellis. The pair's love story began in July of 2023 when he attended her Eras tour at Arrowhead Stadium. And a few weeks after attending, he revealed that he really tried and then failed to meet her. He said, "I didn't get to hand her one of my bracelets that I made her."
Make a Taylor Swift bracelet with his phone number on it.
But he never got it to her.
Got it to her.
And then a few months later, they sparked their dating rumors when she made a surprise appearance at a Chiefs game in September of 2023, watching from his suite alongside his mom, Donna Kelce. So kind of fun.
Okay. All right. You are the biggest star in the world. Any chance that this was kind of manufactured? Oh, he designed the ring himself. Any chance she didn't see this beforehand?
The ring?
Yeah.
Probably.
But
if you said, "Hey, I got to look at the design," is that a big deal?
Well, I think every Hollywood star manicures and perfects their public image.
I think every woman, if they expect that they're going to be proposed to, their nails are done. If you look at every engagement picture,
that's funny.
They're ready for it.
All right. So if you see an engagement photo and I got engaged and her nails are all jacked up,
then you know
she got
probably didn't know it was coming.
How did you guys do your thing, or would you just decide? Did somebody say, "Let's get
Marsha's
married"?
did, and it was a piece of tinfoil made into a ring.
Oh, so I had a ring, and I had a whole thing planned out, and I was doing ambush soccer at the time, and playoff game schedule changed, and I had to go out of town. Could I have waited till we came back? Yeah, but it was burning a hole.
Oh, I bet it was.
And so we're in my dad's living room, and we still have the chair. It's a ratty old chair, but we kept it. And I said, "I had to do this now." And she sat down, and I got down on her knees. She goes, "You better not be messing with me."
Let's do this now.
Yeah.
You know, I kind of like that. And then you go out of town for 2-3 days, give her time to really sink in, and then you come back and you say, "All right, you still doing this or not?"
Yeah. Now, a lot of people reporting this actually happened a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
And they've been sitting on it and now just decided to report it.
Like you're saying.
Orchestrated, just like I said.
So, maybe they can learn something from Harrison Ford, who is sharing one of the surprising secrets behind his 15-year marriage to wife Callista Flockhart.
Oh, yeah.
He, of course, is 83 years old, and he said what age has taught him about love, old people can love too. You know, you think about falling in love and all that business, and you think it's the business of youth or something, but staying in love is the true issue. Maintaining, nurturing, basically not screwing up is the secret. He and Callista began dating after meeting at the 59th Golden Globe Awards back in 2002. So
I remember
quite a while.
I remember when they started dating and go, "This doesn't seem right.
It doesn't.
It seems weird."
But
and they've been together. It's been perfect.
It's lasting. They tell us we're in the golden age of television, and Collider.com put together a list of the 25 best TV performances of the 21st century. So here are the top 10. Okay.
Okay. Alec Baldwin is Jack Donaghy.
Yes.
On 30 Rock.
No. I'm going to say
Tracy Jordan. Tracy Morgan is Tracy Jordan.
Huh. I'm doing the 10
Yeah,
though.
she's
There
doing
might
the
be
list.
others on
Yeah.
here. Phoebe Waller-Bridge as Fleabag, which I will say I think we watched the first season and she was fantastic. I always think this woman can do no wrong. Viola Davis as Annalise Keating in How to Get Away with Murder. She ended up winning the Emmy, I think, several times. Jessica Walter as Lucille Bluth in Arrested Development.
Yes.
My daughter quotes her constantly.
All the time.
Constantly.
Catherine O'Hara as Maura Rose in The
Blanks
Creek.
Creek.
Michael K. Williams as Omar Little. And I've always heard The Wire is one of the best shows.
Why aren't we watching
The
this,
three
Heidi?
of us haven't done it.
No.
I keep most lists have
The
it
Wire.
as the best TV
Yes,
show
ever.
Ever.
Carrie Coon as Nora Durst in The Leftovers. Steve Carell as Michael Scott, The Office. I think that's
That's a pretty good one.
No brainer.
yeah. John Hamm, Don Draper, Mad Men,
Yeah.
right? Julie Louis-Dreyfus as Selena Meyer in
and
Veep,
Veep.
and Bryan Cranston as Walter White in Breaking Bad.
I think that's a good list.
I do too, but this is a couple of surprising characters that did not make the list, not even the top 25. James Gandolfini.
Oh, yeah.
And Edie Falco for
They
The
were both
Sopranos. They're
great.
right.
Both great.
Kiefer Sutherland from 24 and Bob Odenkirk from Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul.
Well, I've got one. And again, whenever you do Westerns, some of the audience, you're just not going to get where some of these, it doesn't matter. It goes across the spectrum. But I think one of the great television characters of all time, Ian McShane, you know that
Deadwood.
actor, played Al Swearingen in Deadwood. He was the bad guy.
Yeah, but so good.
But so good. You kind of rooted for him. He was foul and vile, and Ian McShane was brilliant.
Yeah, that's a good call. Macaulay Culkin will celebrate the 35th anniversary of Home Alone with a 9-city tour. He'll screen the movie and then do a Q&A. Now,
Stop it.
How fun.
unfortunately, none of the cities are near here.
No,
You have to travel.
I don't like him.
He's not in Chicago. He's in Austin.
How is he not in Chicago for Home Alone?
Is it set in Chicago?
Yes.
Oh, I was thinking that just they filmed it in that house outside of Chicago, but it's actually set there.
Yeah, it's set there, yes.
Maybe they'll add some more cities. Billy Ray Cyrus turned 64 yesterday, got a very special gift from his daughter Miley Cyrus. It was a brand new song featuring Fleetwood Mac's Lindsey's Buckingham and Mick Fleetwood. Billy Ray posted a clip to Instagram of him walking through a field listening to the track, and he said, for my birthday, Miley gave me the gift of music and wrote me a song called Secrets. I got my favorite musicians, Fleetwood Mac, to play on it. I love you, Miley. The song is expected to be part of Miley's next album, which she's currently working on.
Who did she get?
Mick Fleetwood and Lindsey Buckingham.
Oh, my God. I'm hooked. I'm in. I want it.
Yeah.
I'll buy the Billy Ray Cyrus album to get it.
No, it's her album.
I mean, her album.
Yeah.
I mean, Miley Cyrus.
I kind of like her music.
I do too.
She's good.
And I
Yeah.
will say, she put on one of the best concerts we've been to.
Where did
You've seen her live.
Where did I see the other day? She did doing live. She did a cover of
She
a
does a lot of-
Zeppelin
yeah.
cover of a Zeppelin song. It was
Amazing.
brilliant.
Yeah. She really
good.
does have a great voice.
Okay. What did Elizabeth Hurley get Billy Ray Cyrus for
I don't know,
his
but
birthday?
she does comment on how she loves, the gift of music and how cute he was in this thing.
That's
I
nice.
wasn't going to go into that. Did you see that members of police, Stuart Copeland and Andy Summers, are suing Sting over royalties for every breath you take? They say they never got co-writing credit, so they never got any money for it. But why now? Like, how old is that song, and why would you
Gotta be
sue
40
now?
years old.
Doesn't that seem odd?
Yes.
Both Max and Carney just interviewed Andy Summers.
Mm-hmm.
They should have asked him about it.
But they didn't. Well, I think this just came
Just
out.
came
so
out.
yeah. If you
Are you planning on suing Sting anytime soon?
is that the second Carney
reference?
Yeah. If you haven't seen Miranda Lambert and Chris Stapleton's new music video for A Song to Sing, apparently you need to. It serves up a serious dose of 70s nostalgia. They filmed inside Brentwood Skate Center just south of Nashville, and they dressed in sweet matching suits while roller skaters are going around them. Miranda is obviously channeling Dolly Parton by wearing a pair of her gold hoop earrings, and Chris is wearing a lion necklace from Kenny Rogers' estate.
Oh, boy.
Kind of tipping a hat. A Song to Sing has already done really well on the charts. It was the biggest streaming debut of Miranda's career with more than 3.3 million U.S. streams in its first week. And speaking of
Wow.
music, 57 years ago today, in 1968, the Beatles released Hey Jude. The song was number one for 9 weeks, longer than any of the band's other hits. And then just a couple things that are on TV tonight that I thought, okay, that might be interesting. Emma and Bruce Willis, The Unexpected Journey. It's a Diane Sawyer special on ABC talking about his battle with this awful disease. And then Songs and Stories with Kelly Clarkson is on NBC, and Gloria Estefan is on.
I saw them singing on the Today Show
together.
this morning. Yeah, it was really
did a
good.
duet. Kelly can.
She can do anything.
She really can.
Anything.
Let's do a couple birthdays.
All right, well, here we go. Okay, let's go with comedian and writer John Mulaney.
Oh,
I love him.
He's really good.
I love him. He doesn't get enough credit for writing.
I think he's Josh's age. 45, 44, 45.
I'm going to say he's 47.
He's 43. You were close. Who's he married to?
Older, Olivia Munn.
Yeah, Olivia Munn. Right.
I'm
What a
older
couple.
than John Mulaney.
Yeah. But you're so much funnier, Josh.
Thank you.
Terrific actor. Has been in a lot of stuff from Wonder Woman to Star Trek. Chris Pine.
Oh,
By the way, he used to date Olivia Munn.
Did he?
I'm going to say he's 47.
He's 49.
45.
Whoa.
Because I try to tie things in, the touring Macaulay Culkin is how old?
No. Today's his birthday, Kevin. He's also 45.
46.
Bang, got it, Josh.
Isn't it weird that Macaulay Culkin and Chris Pine
Are the same age.
Right. Final one. I think Heidi's going to nail this one because she and I are both huge fans. Melissa McCarthy. We mentioned
my
her today,
gosh.
too.
What a great day for comedians.
Yeah. I'm going to say she
Funny
is
day. 56.
54.
It's a tie. 55.
55.
Well done, people. Well
All
done.
right.
And Bob, real quick, Al Swearinger, Ian McShane, Swearingen, number 11.
Oh, so it was right
and the
there.
best performances of the
Mark,
21st
he's so
century.
good.
Okay.
He's so good.
You're on top of things. That's your evening entertainment report here on the Big 550 KTRS. I'll tell you who else is on top of things. Dalco Home Remodeling. And they really go all out. What I love about them is they haven't forgotten about customer service. Every project that they tackle, first and foremost, it's about customer service and making sure that every project is handled with care and intention to get it just right. Dalco Home Remodeling does a little bit of everything. They do doors, they do windows, they can remodel a bathroom, they can do your roof, and they can do siding. Dalco Home Remodeling has been at this for a while. More than 50 years in business. So obviously they're doing a lot right, and you can see it for yourself. DalcoHomeRemodeling.com. Schedule an appointment with them. Get a free estimate, 314-648-8113. It's about 7 minutes before 6 o'clock. Captain Paul, how's traffic looking?
Hey, it's John Carney. A lot of conversations with the folks over at Allen Roofing, pretty much asking advice because I know a lot of people got smacked by that storm, and he had some great advice for people to think about. First off, be careful of who you talk to when you're going to get some work done. Make sure there's an agreement and the scope of work is laid out in that contract. Also, as you can imagine, a lot of contractors are busy. Give them some time. And you know what? Allen Roofing will come put a tarp on your roof at no charge, even if you don't use them when you get the roof repaired. Also, check the Better Business Bureau, see what the reviews are for contractors that you deal with. And also remember, insurance companies allow up to an entire year from the date of loss to file a claim. So you've got time to get those repairs done and that replacement done. Don't rush it. Just a few tips from the people that know roofing and repairs better than anyone. It's Allen Roofing, online at aroofing.net.
Everybody loves good barbecue, and everybody wants to know where the next great barbecue place is. And if you're looking for an overnight sensation, it's only taken them 10 years. Three Bay Barbecue and Bakery, Woods Mill and Clayton Road. There is a gas station, West County Phillips 66 gas station. In that gas station, in the back for 10 years, some of the best barbecue in town. Bring a friend and spread the word. Three Bay Barbecue and Bakery. Don't forget about the bakery. 3baybarbecueandbakery.com.
I don't know of anybody who hasn't been to Milo's. Located in the heart of the hill across from St. Ambrose Church, family-owned Milo's helps anchor the neighborhood. They treat their staff like family. They treat their patrons like family. And you can feel that when you go there. Milo's Bocce Garden is proud to support the St. Louis Men's Group Against Cancer. For great food, a great patio experience with the best bocce in town, visit Milo's Bocce Garden on the hill. And Milo's is available for private parties online at milosboccegarden.com.
Stop feeling embarrassed about thinning hair and start looking and feeling your best with Hair Growth by New Nordic. Available online at Amazon, Walmart.com, and NewNordicUSA.com, or at your local CVS.
You're listening to the Heidi Glaus Show with Josh Gilbert and Bob Ramsey on the Big 550 KTRS.
All right, time to wrap up this Tuesday. What do you got over there for randoms?
Carrots were originally several colors, and the most common one was purple.
You can still get those. Those are actually my favorite ones in the
Purple
grocery
carrots.
store.
Really?
Yeah, the mixture of the purple and the yellow.
But Dutch farmers in the 16th century bred red and yellow carrots to make orange ones since it was their royal color.
That's how we got orange carrots?
And those became the standard.
I'd kind of like a red one.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
I want a
All
purple
right.
one now.
That's a pretty good random right there. You guys, thanks for hanging out with us on this beautiful Tuesday afternoon. We'll meet you right back here at 3 o'clock. And until then, see if you can put a smile on somebody's face.
Whatever gets you through the night. It's all right. It's all right. Let your money have your life. It's all right. It's all right. Don't need a salt to rock your flowers.
Look at our alums, the contributions that they have made throughout industries in the St. Louis region.
Terry Freerks, a graduate of the University of Missouri, St. Louis.
UMSL is embedded in the fabric of the St. Louis community. We're hands-on, and when our students graduate, they are definitely career ready, but maybe more importantly, they're career confident.
More is what moves us. Find your more at more.umsl.edu.
A legendary weekend is coming to the Loop.